howdy, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Deadlands Blood Drive. I'm your Marshal Kelly. I use he and him as my rootin' tootin' pronouns, and I got her again. Got her again. Pew, pew, pew.
Every time.
Every time, folks. Every time.
Rootin' tootin' pronouns.
Rootin' tootin' pronouns.
Yeah, that's too good.
Anyway, folks, welcome to Deadlands Blood Drive, and man, I made it through without calling it Bloodlands Dead Drive or saying it was a Kickstarter or anything. Wow, I'm getting good at this. So, folks, welcome to Dork Tales. This is going to be our home away from home on the undead plains of the Weird West. Tonight, there are 3 characters again, because one of our esteemed posse is a bit under the weather, because unfortunately, he deals with the most vile vermin imaginable on these plains, children, on a day-to-day basis. Really? Right? The plague. I mean, I could just play James. The plague. James. I'm playing James. This is one of his voices. You've heard him do that before. All of you have.
It is many very good voices.
All right.
Is the plague James? Is James infectious now? Are we all going to become James?
Is he the plague?
Yeah, just, you know. Get him. Just everybody starts feeling that itch between their eyebrows. And
it's a James variant?
It's a James variant. Yes, the James variant is called the gym. Meanwhile, I've been to the gym so infrequently this year that I have to refer to it as the James. We're that impersonal now. My God. When I started this game, this vest fit great. And then it's been a month, and I started having sugar again last month. And let's just say it's a little tight. Anyway, hey folks, welcome to Deadlands. This is going to be a great time. We've got a slightly shorter episode tonight, but it's going to have a lot of great stuff. Hope you will enjoy it, and you will get a good sense of what Blood Drive, this new old adventure path, this resurrected adventure path from Pinnacle, is all about as we go through an undead cattle drive, or at least the beginnings of one. So, as I've stated, I am your Marshal Kelly, and let's go ahead and pass it over to my deputy, Michael.
I've been deputized! Yes! It's everything I've always wanted. Wait, no, I'd rather go back to bounty hunting.
Yes.
Hi, everyone, it's me, it's Michael. I'm the graphic effects guy that makes everything all fancy-dancy. Going with he and him pronouns, and yeah, today I'm playing Trenton Skinner, the stereotypical cowboy. You probably saw me last playing Red Dead Redemption. I was like standing in the bar over there, just being the usual NPC. Today I'm playing a PC.
Yay! All right, let's pass it over. Oh my God, that is so funny. Sorry, I'm reading one of the things you're fighting, and it's gonna be great. Because they spell their content warning for those of you with arachnophobia. Prepare for giant spiders. But they spell tarantula like terrorantula.
Amazing.
And it's subtle. They don't completely commit to the joke, but it's tarantula. I guess it could be like an earth spider, like a tarantula. But we'll get to that in a second. Speaking of amazing, Christa.
Hi. Aw, thanks. Aw, shucks. I'm Christa. You can use she, her, or they, them pronouns for me. I'll use whatever pronouns you want for you. I am in the chat and on Instagram and on TikTok as ChahistaFX, or you can find me over here at TikTok here or in Witchlight or running away from Furbosaurus Rexes.
This is true. Oh, speaking of which, hey, Mike, we need to load your bennies, and Christa, let's load your bennies. Ready? So each of you should get 3 bennies on the board. Ready? And load them.
I got bullets around here somewhere.
All right, and pop them in, Mike.
Is that working?
Well, the sound effect worked. So is it at Mike? Is that what you put? Let me just load myself.
Equals Mike.
Oh, actually, I have one less.
I've been toggling mine up and down, but it sounds like it worked.
Yeah, it's working for you. And once again, thank you very much to Christa and to Frecklebites for programming this in so all the players can control their own bennies. You can buy them as per determination in the chat. That's what we use for every other game, but for here it's that. And, oh, there you go, Mike. And here is your delayed. I guess I could do the load a sound effect for the... I'm going to use that next time. It's pretty good. All right. Thank you, Christa and Frecklebites, for doing this. You guys are amazing. Oh, we need to talk soon about you doing determination for my other games, because I'm getting tired of tracking it. All right, and then boom, down there, let us say guten Tag to Millie.
Hi, I'm Millie, and or bunny-hearted. I'm some dweeb on the internet who had to Photoshop out my ears to look like a regular human. It's very strange, but I'm usually a VTuber over at twitch.tv/bunnyhearted. And today I suppose I'm violating that sacred oath. I am playing a non-stereotypical cow scientist who is a Jules Vernean explorer from another world. Totally fine. Don't worry about it.
A couple of people on...
Definitely not in charge of any sort of a magic school bus. Yet, because I haven't found a bus yet, but I will.
You will. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a stagecoach, basically. But a couple of people on YouTube are convinced that you're an alien. By the way, I got a couple of comments of like, I don't know why you have an alien in your game, and I'm like, I don't. I've got a parallel. I've got like a parallel world adventurer.
Oh, do you mean my character?
Yeah. No, I mean like.
Well, maybe
I wasn't gonna out
she's
you.
An alien. Who's to say? Who's to say? Sorry, I was gonna say, I'm like real talk. You can't just go out there and tell people that I'm an alien on the internet. That's why I have that's why I have bunny ears. I gotta hide the antennaes. Don't worry about it.
We worked through this.
Now I'm worried about it.
You shouldn't be worried about it. So, folks,
Hoot
we're gonna
nanny.
Hoot nanny. Everybody drink when there's a hoot nanny. Oh yeah. The Jamborine's back on. Oh, I made Christa spit.
Oh, I don't know if I shared my root and toot and pronouns, did
You
I?
didn't share your root and toot and pronouns.
They're they and them, or she and her. I like them both. They're cool.
Not rootin'/tootin'.
Well, actually, you did.
They
You
are
did. You said. Did you say that?
rootin'/tootin'
No,
as
Christa
well,
said that you can
but-
call them whatever. But yeah. So, folks, we're playing Deadlands Blood Drive today. You know, is there anything that we gotta update before we hop into play?
Everyone here is amazing because it's afternoon on a Sunday and you could be zoning out doing nothing, and you're here with us to play Cowboys.
To play we're playing Cowboys. I love the idea that we're just like sitting and playing Cowboys. Okay, so real quick, just to remind everybody, this is a game with some horror elements. If you are sensitive to games that have a little bit of violence, a little bit of horror, do take care of yourself as we go into this. It's going to be pretty mild. I'm going to try to keep it like network TV. Like I want to say like Buffy level, but that's such an outdated scale at this point. Like what's a modern equivalent of that? With Netflix, you kind of have the bar kind of just thrown to the wind. What's a good fantasy violence show that's on like normal TV now?
Violence. Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch Supernatural, but was that close to Buffy?
Yeah, you know what? I'll say Supernatural.
Early Supernatural, maybe, when it was actually spooky.
When it was spooky, yeah. We'll say Supernatural up to season 5 before they created monsters that could be defeated with borax. I'm not kidding, by the way.
There's worse ways to destroy.
No, but the thing is, like, okay, I don't want to tangent too long, but so Millie, they posture check. Ooh, so they basically like killed the devil. Well, they defeated the devil in season 5, and they're like, where do we go from here once we've beaten Lucifer? And so they decided that the next antagonist, well, the new showrunner decided the next antagonist would be the Leviathan, these creatures that were in the darkness before God said, let there be light.
And have been living in limbo.
Yeah. So, like, honestly, a pretty cool concept. But then they decided that their weakness, because it has to have a weakness, they were like, oh, well, maybe pepper. No. They decided that borax was their kryptonite. Like it was, silver or...
So you see, one of my favorite films is Evolution. Mm-hmm. And killing the giant alien with Head and Shoulders shampoo, I am okay with that.
I guess it was just that they played it serious, and it was like, what do you... The only part of that I think is good is that technically these things were giant dark stains on the universe. Yeah, and what gets your stains out?
Thank you, Chaotic Luck 5x5. Pulled it before I even said it. Thank you. Yes, we said it at the same time.
That's great. All right, so folks, we're gonna hop into Deadlands right now. Thank you for your patience while we did some hootenanny and holler-nanny. Holler-nanny? Is that even a thing?
Hollery-nanny.
Hollery-nannians. Okay. All right. Anyway, welcome to Deadlands Blood Drive. Our story began as you all went and down to the Mexico border of Texas. It was there that you brought in a pair of boys who had done some horse rustling. Well, you brought in one of them, The other one was shot dead in the process. His corpse dragged, well, wherever it be beyond your sight. For y'all made a deal with a strange rider with a skull-painted face. And as that occurred, you discovered that there was a place where you could bring the surviving horse-rustling brother. A place called, well, what was it called? Do y'all remember? Sutter's Flats, is that it?
I was just reading my notes.
Sounds familiar.
Sutter
Maybe?
Flats, Sutton Flats.
That's Sutter.
Sutton
Is it Sutter? Oh, I wrote it wrong
Sutton
then.
Flats.
And the Lazy Ass Ranch.
The Lazy S.
Lazy.
Oh, I thought it was Lazy Ass Ranch.
No, it just kind of slurs into that. So, when you were there, you came across your next job, which was to go and work for a small ranch called the Lazy S, which sure slurs into the Lazy S Ranch. Right. But there's a lot of drinking and shooting later. Working for a man named Bill Sutter. A pretty stand-up guy who, in the film, would be cast as we'll say not Jeff Goldblum, Jeff Bridges. You know, I'm picturing him as Jeff Bridges from God, what was that movie?
That awful movie where they were undead police officers.
No, not that one. The one where he was actually a cowboy. I guess he was a cowboy.
True Grit.
True Grit.
Oh, True Grit.
Hang
There you
on.
go.
What was the movie where they're undead police officers?
RFID or RIPD.
RIPD.
Yeah.
It's not RIPD.
They hunted ghosts, didn't they?
All
But they
right.
were also ghosts.
He's got
That's-
that voice
A new
though.
movie for
Anyway.
community night. This sounds terrible.
Yeah, if
Sorry,
people
continue.
if you can get people inebriated or hyper on pixie sticks or whatever they do during that movie, that's the only way it's tolerable. It's also a great Netflix and chill movie because you don't have to pay attention to any
There
of
you
it.
go.
You just look
It's
up
Men in
occasionally,
Black Light.
Yeah.
Oh, real
It
life.
felt like it had that vibe.
It's
when
Men
I
in
saw the
Black
trailers.
too light.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's like a
True
Bud
Grit.
Light light.
Yeah. There you met up with this ranch, and last episode y'all got to work, doing various tasks around the ranch, getting ready for the cattle drive that was coming in not too long, a month and change maybe. Now, as you were doing that, y'all made friends with some of the ranch hands. Besides yourselves, there are several people on the Lazy S, and I'm just going to list them all so y'all have your notes in alignment. There's Bill Sutter, the owner of the Lazy S and head honcho of the cattle drive that's to come. There's Abby Morton, which is his niece. She's in her late teens, an absolutely gorgeous redhead, and definitely a trope. Her personality is doting damsel, but she's got some grit in her. That will come up later, I'm sure. Luke Canton is a man of color and is Bill's most trusted employee, his trail boss and right-hand man. He's... You have conflicting descriptions of him, book. I have him in his 30s. According to this short who's who, he is a leathery old cowboy who's seen it all and takes no gruff. Meanwhile, he looks like he's like 25 in his photo. So we're going to say he's like 30s and maybe is played by like Michael B. Jordan. Like that's the kind of look I'm going for. There's Javier Ortega, a former Mexican soldier who's the cook and will be driving the chuck wagon when the time is right. Y'all, except for Millie last episode, had a pretty good encounter with Javier and are on pretty good terms with him. Besides that, there are 14 other cowfolk employed on the cattle drive. Now, you met a bunch of them, of which 1, 2, 3, 4, I think all of them have been defined. But there might be more. We might lose some, we might gain some.
I think I have notes on everyone we met.
That sounds good. Now, if you are coming in for the first time, the bullets on the screen are the bennies or benefits for the players that allow them to do some things like, survive and have good luck, basically. I have them too because I get to hurt them. You can buy me more by buying the hurt them more option in Twitch, or you can buy them more by buying the determination option because we play this game much less frequently than the games that use those. Don't worry.
They're like a rewind do-over.
Yeah. All right. And with that, let us begin the game where we began. Now, Frida, can I get you to do me a favor? can you make me a spirit roll?
For sure. If I can get roll 20 to want to behave.
Sure. Let me turn that off.
So what that was.
I'm trying to remember. It's just the pure dice for this, right? There's nothing added to it. In
So
my
you
case,
will
it would just
always
be
roll a
D8.
d6 as well.
Right. I knew there was something I was
Because
missing.
you're a wild card.
I'm gonna roll physical dice. That's more fun.
It's way
I have
more
a total
fun.
of 5.
Total of 5? Okay. As you sleep that first night, there in your bunk, now they got you in a long bunkhouse. The men and women's quarters are sectioned off by, well, actually not by nothing in this place, but the back of the room has a changing area that has the men and women's sides separated by some hanging bed sheets on cables. The outhouse is out the back, which is how y'all enter. Your bunks are the closest to the outhouse, which is good and bad at the same time. If you have to go in the middle of the night, it's great. Unfortunately, there are 14 other people besides your posse that might have to go as well. You managed to get the last bunks available in this room, and I'm pretty sure that you and Ida were sharing a side, probably.
Yeah, we were sharing a bunk, I think, if I remember
So I think
correctly.
Frida's on top then, because
Yeah.
you got surprised
wow.
in the middle of the night and
Sounds
pulled a
good.
gun. So,
Yes.
Frida, as you're laying there that first night, visions of sugar plums dancing in your head, you have a dream. You have a dream of home and something impactful that happened right beforehand. What was your life before you crossed over?
I mean, a lot like being in a university, I think. You go on expeditions, come back with evidence, take it into the lab, and they try to figure out, how this world, this universe, all of these things worked. It was all academia all the time.
What time periods have you been to, or has it all been about the same?
It's all been about the same. She's from roughly this time period.
Okay.
At least she figures her precursors were from roughly this time period.
All right, that sounds good. So, in this dream, you are just making it back now to the university. Your professor, Professor Driscoll, is waiting for you.
German fake name generator.
Yeah, please. If you want to whip that out, go ahead. German name generator. Yeah. We can go Driscoll, or I can just click a button. Let's find out. We're gonna go with Dr. Lang. That sounds way better.
Yeah, I like Dr. Lang too.
So Dr. Helene Lang, your supervisor, she's a woman who will grow into a very stern face. The lines are already forming on her pristine skin, but they will be etched deeply in both smile and frown lines, mostly squinting lines around her beady little half-moon spectacles. She's in her 40s at this point, and her dark black hair is beginning to become streaked in small lightning bolts of white as it's pulled back to the nape of her neck. If it were let go, you'd think that it would hang almost to her ankles. As you enter in the dream, she turns to you and speaks to you, of course, in your native German. What do you have? What do you bring me?
I have something incredible. I have a skull. I think it is a cow from the earth. This earth cow skull. She's holding a skull. So it's only one horn, but I'm pretty certain.
Yeah, but there are 4 eyes. That's interesting.
Is that wrong?
Our cows have 6. Theirs have 4. Very interesting. I'm curious what the addition of
so wonderful.
Does that make them better prey animals or worse prey animals? For it does increase their optic capabilities to see predators.
I wonder if these are closer together and perhaps they're a predator.
A predator?
There's no jaw structure intact to see the teeth.
Ah, that is unfortunate. Perhaps if we reconstruct it, it would be easy. Hold it up for me.
Hold it up under the candlelight.
She'll approach, and as she
lamplight.
does, let's see what is really going on here. And as she says that, she's going to reach up and her fingers are going to dive underneath her skin as if she were reaching underneath the sheets of a bed. And she's going to part her flesh and pull her own jaw off, slickly, like removing the bone from a piece of well-cooked meat, and is going to slide the entire thing off and fit it beneath the cow's skull. It doesn't fit. It's this almost comical overbite when she does so. Her flesh sags like an empty pillowcase down to her throat.
Yeah. Ready to take notes.
This doesn't work. Perhaps we should try yours,
she says, and reaches for your face.
What?
And as you feel her hands...
Perhaps another expedition?
As you feel her hands brush your cheek, you're going to wake with a start. And
the cows are wrong! They have 2 eyes!
Are you all right? A rather pretty red-haired girl is standing next to you holding a candle. You all right?
Wonderful. Yes.
Sorry, I wasn't trying...
This is great.
Sorry, is it too early? I wasn't trying to wake y'all up. You'll recognize this as Abby, the niece of Bill Sutton. Bill Sutter. Damn it, that's why I keep doing it. Thanks for that.
Oh, Miss Sutter. Evening.
Well,
Morning?
Morning, actually.
Tried to look at the stars.
I'm trying not to wake anybody else, but y'all, I noticed that you had a toolkit when you were in town yesterday. Are you a mechanic or some type of doodatter?
Certainly, I'm mechanically inclined.
An engineer.
Yes.
Shoot, I'm sorry.
That is a wonderful word. Just gonna write that down. An engineer, yes.
We're having a couple of problems around the ranch. And, well, can you meet me outside when you're dressed?
Just take off her blanket. It's not like she has other clothes, so she's sleeping in her clothes. Certainly. Shall we?
So she leads you outside, and you'll see that the starlight is beginning to fade off the horizon, and morning is beginning to crest. In the east, the skyline is going bright orange, and just all of the scrubland around the Lazy S is glowing with an uncharacteristic beauty that I guarantee you will not see in about 15 minutes until tomorrow morning.
The Frida may very well have never seen before.
So
I think she's
that's fair.
awestruck.
It's quite lush where you're from.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Sorry to pull you out like that.
So far from here.
Yeah, stars at night are big and bright. In the heart of Texas.
They're quite exciting.
Oh, I thought you knew the song. What I wanted to ask you was, normally we have a guy who tries to fix the things up around here, a guy named Mac. He's not very good. And if you're any good at all, I could really use your help. Our water pump is not working well. Some of the wagons are in need of some solid blacksmithery. And these are just things that if you're already on the cut, I know that my uncle would be more than happy to give you a little bit of preferential treatment if you could fix.
I'm very certain I can be of some assistance.
That would be fantastic. It's going to be hard work, but I'll make sure your food's brought to you. And I know that it's probably a good time for you to get to meet everybody here. And I don't want to disclude you from any of that social bonding. Is that? But
I think that is the terminology, yes. See, social bonds are very important between the people.
Well, it shouldn't take you too long.
According to the book.
Oh, you read a book? What are you reading? I just read, well, I mean the Bible, of course. But what is it? The Secret. I just read that. It's pretty good. It's the Secret of the West. Yeah, maybe it's a bit
extreme excitement. I I would love to know more about this secret of the vest.
I'll loan it to you. Yeah, come here. Let me show you. Let me show you what we got doing. So, and she'll take you over.
Of course, she'll roll up her sleeves and grab her toolbox and get all prepared.
Great. So you're going to be out there. You're going to have your food brought to you for the next 2 days while you're working on these things. And it's actually going to be very fascinating. The first thing that she takes you to is an old well pump. And this technology is brilliantly arcane. It is brilliantly old-fashioned and absolutely useless. You could do so much better with
steam engine here.
There's no steam engine attached to it at all. And it's a pump-based thing. Several of the it doesn't even have washers, like to make sure the joints don't strip, or the the parts don't strip. So this shouldn't take you that long at all. What can I make you roll for this? What do you have that would be good for repair?
See. I mean, I have repair.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's a skill. I'm still getting used to the Savage World sheet. But go ahead and make me a repair roll.
For me, that is a D8 plus the D6, and then I get a bonus to it as well.
Nice. Let's load up the character sheet so I can actually see what's happening.
Ooh. I have a 13.
Damn. Okay, well that means that you have 2 raises, if I'm not mistaken.
I have no idea.
So a raise is any, basically it's every 4. So your first 4 is a success.
Oh, right.
And then
okay,
12 is 2 raises.
So,
don't add them together.
Too.
Yeah, don't add them all. Yeah, you didn't add your 2 dice together, right?
Wait, hang on. So I've got a D8 and a D6. I just take the highest one.
Yep, you take the highest, and
I don't add them together. Hang on. I'm just going to re-roll nebulously. Don't worry about it. Pretend that I definitely didn't do that, and now I have a 9 for some reason. It's fine.
Okay. And if you rolled max, it explodes.
I didn't. I rolled a 7. I just get a +2 to it.
Sounds good. So even with a 9, like that's 1 raise. You're going to be able to get that. It's going to take most of the day. Don't get me wrong. But as you're working and putting in the elbow grease, about 8 o'clock in the morning, you've been working for about 2 hours at this point, and you're going to hear the sound of the sand and dust crunching behind you as a man walks up. Good morning. You're Frida.
Goggles up, glasses on. Wonderful to see you this morning.
Turning around, you're going to see a rather like stockily built Hispanic man. I think I described him last episode as like a 6 foot tall Mexican dwarf. Like he looks like a fantasy dwarf that's just been stretched, and like he's just bulky and dense and like has like basically like that huge like that solid muscle fat that just kind of makes him like a brick with legs. With a well-groomed black goatee and Van Dyke mustache, wearing like a pretty soiled apron, and he's carrying a nice tray of beans with a little side of bacon on it, as well as a cup of coffee with nothing in it. Well, good morning. My name's Javier. Javier Ortega. I'm the chef. I'm the cook around here. Bill told me that you were doing some work, so I thought you could use some coffee and some beans. I also was able to scrounge up. Don't tell anybody else that you got bacon, because nobody else is getting bacon but you. Because I can't cook.
What is the bacon from?
Well, her name was Susie, but now she is mostly pork chops.
That's the pig, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It was kind of a joke.
Thank you so much. It's so delightful to meet you.
Hey, it's
I really appreciate it.
No,
you as a food engineer.
Yeah.
By the way, everyone's going to be an engineer now. I'm sorry she got introduced to the word.
I suppose I am a food engineer. That's a really good term. I like that. I do engineer flavor. Do you do any cooking? Do you?
Some small amounts, yes.
So what's
You
your
sort
deal?
of have to when you're out on an expedition.
Oh, so you're a woman of the world.
A woman of a world, yes.
Sorry, I mean a woman of the old world. I can hear
yes.
it. You're from Europe, eh?
Germany.
Das
Prussia.
is good, yeah?
I think.
Okay. Well, look, I was just wondering,
Some things have changed.
did you do any cooking when you were back at home? Because I'm always looking for more recipes, anything that could...
Very used to these sausages.
Sausages, they travel well. I would not mind getting some sausages or some recipes.
I think that it all comes down to the spices.
Actually, I met your friends earlier. I actually already asked them to keep an eye out on any spices or herbs that they might find while they're going around doing trail riding. Definitely some wild onions would be nice. Some chives. Oh God, I would kill for a chive. Maybe I have. You don't know. But
I don't know. I would believe you.
I guess what I was also wondering is, you do science, right? Are you a chemist?
Sort of a sort.
Do you have a chemistry kit? Like, do you have like the burners and the
Oh, it's the beakers and things. Yes.
is that the little
It's in the satchel with the dynamite sticking out of it.
Dios mío, no.
Point to a bag.
No. Like a shot glass, but tall. What is
It's the tubes.
Yeah, tubes. Yeah.
I'll get some for you.
Yeah, the tubes. He's trying to parse this out because like his English is very, very good, but like scientific equipment might be a little beyond some of his terminology.
Mm-hmm. And I think Frida's comprehension of anything comprehensible is very bad. So, okay. Also, wino bean emoji is a mood. We need bean emojis.
Is there a can emoji? That could be a beans.
No, could be. But she'll, open up her pack and ruffle through and pull out a very, very basic, like, chemistry kit where you'd probably need to establish a small campfire in order to do chemistry with it. But you could.
I was wondering if you could do distilling. Like anything, like not just liquor.
Of what sort of substance? Oh.
Well, I mean, we're going to be doing.
I suspect.
We're going to be doing a drive in not too long, a few weeks. So having a little bit of a little bit more hooch for the trail would probably be a good idea.
Some of the other students had a stein in a stairwell.
Stein, like a
the contraption for
like a still?
Alcohol? Still.
Oh, good. Well, I mean that would be good for me. Very good for cooking. I don't know where this accent is going. It feels like it's going German when you're going German.
That's an adventure.
I'm gonna pull it back. Hold on.
You could just be someone who follows along with whatever accents.
Maybe he is. He's just playing with you. He actually has like a very strong like Australian accent naturally. We'll see. But yeah, maybe. Ha! It was me all along. Good day.
The hoot nanny down under.
Down under. You call that a gun? This is a gun. That's a cannon. Aye.
Sorry, just seeing Trenton's face.
So, I guess the other thing I was wondering about was whether or not you could do any type of just regular alcohol distilling. I'm looking to have, I mean, any alcohol, any, I guess, essences. I've got some vanilla. Be kind of nice to have that distilled, mixed with some oil, broken down. I'm giving up on this accent right now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because the only way I can hold on to is to go too hard, and I don't want to go too hard.
I am certain that I could figure it out.
All right. Well, basically, he'll ask whether or not
But
you can...
I would like to eat this while it's hot.
Sorry.
It's very delightful to meet you. Just really excited about the bacon.
Just
It's from a pig. What the hell?
it's
Pigs. That's so cool.
it's from a pig. Just leave your trays outside. I'll take care of them. Okay.
Wonderful.
All right, and with that, he will give you some time to work. You're gonna have a pretty easy time getting the rest of this stuff done. It's honestly not going to be that much effort for you to get everything up and running and to start doing your work accordingly. So you have a pretty easy couple of days doing that. You get up bright and early before everybody, go work on wagons, get things ready. All in all, it takes you about 2 days, and then on the last day, early ride, you are out doing some fence repair, which is probably the least exciting thing that you've done. As
You would think, however, this fence could be electrical.
they do have barbed wire around a lot of it. But as you are looking at this,
But if the barbed wire attacked you twice?
that could be interesting. You are out looking at this fence with a man named. Actually, I'm gonna find out which one you're with. Let's say it is number 7. Cool. You're with Homer King. So Homer King is basically Michael Clark Duncan for quick ease. He is a 6'5", 6'6".
I may not know who that is.
The Green Mile, 6'5", 6'6" black man.
Okay.
Shaved head and just an immense man in a shirt that was probably once a button down, but is now almost sleeveless from constant work and wear. He's kind of had it hemmed around his like rather veiny biceps, and he goes out to work with you because you're going to have some heavy lifting. He's a very conversational man with a light Tennessee accent. So what's your Germany like? You're from Germany, right?
Sort of.
Okay. Well, from Europe. What's it like? I've never been.
From a colony. I have never been to the mainland, the homeland, the Europe.
All right. Well, I was just wondering. I've heard good things about Europe. I heard it's
I have as well.
heard it's a bit more comfortable for well, certain folk, he'll say.
Would like to visit one day.
Me too. Still, it's not bad out here. So, just tell me where to hold this.
Is this where you are from?
Nah, I'm from back east, but had some
Attempting to picture a map in her head.
had some trouble recently, and
Of here.
thought it would be well, better to get away from all that. I mean, even after the war was over, still no place to really be. So, might as
So
well
I've
be where you
heard.
can be, I don't know, with the most options, I'll say. Ain't nothing else out here
I
but
think
options,
that
really.
is a wonderful approach.
So as you're looking at this, can I get you to do me a favor? Can you make me a what is that? Investigation, I believe, or investigate? Is that the skill?
Ooh.
Is that the skill?
Notice? I have notice.
Yeah, it's notice. Deadlands sheet. There we go. And don't worry, the rest of y'all will catch up with you. in a sec.
It explodes if I hit the max.
It explodes
Okay.
with the max on either die.
I have an 11 on the notice.
11 on the nose. Okay. Looking at this, you're going to see that this fence post has been just completely knocked down. A bunch of cattle were let out throughout the night, and and have kind of escaped outside of the rough fencing around here. It's pretty rough fencing. Like, and as you're looking at this, you're gonna see that this looks like the cattle didn't kick this fence open. It looks like someone took a sledge to it and broke it like at an angle so that the nails just were stripped out.
Huh.
Like, this looks like direct sabotage, in your humble scientific opinion.
So, this is why the fence should attack you twice, because someone has broken this.
What do you mean?
See here, look at the nails. She'll point out how it's been hit and that it's been, essentially sabotaged.
Son of a bitch. That ain't a bad... Wow. You got good eyes for someone with... Huh. I guess you got 4 of them.
Hmm? 6. She puts goggles on her head.
You ever read any Jules Verne? You're like
They
a
can't
bug-eyed
fix
alien.
glasses with them. I love Jules Verne.
Yeah? Good stuff. It's good
Not
stuff.
the most accurate, but wonderful.
Not the most... Well, I mean, it's
Scientifically.
I was gonna say, it's a story. I don't think all of it. I don't think there's stuff living underneath the earth like that. I think it's just rock and... Well, maybe creepy crawlies.
Here's the worms.
Alright, I suppose the worms and the moles and the prairies. Prairie doggies.
Well, I suppose we should
Get this fixed.
warn someone?
Probably. Well, we'll get this fixed first. And with that, you spend about an hour getting things fixed before the sun really comes up nice and proper. As you're getting ready to head back in, you get a report from one of the other cowfolk that you'll be joining a little expedition out to go riding with your posse, actually, to go and look for stray cattle. Homer says that he'll go and take the report in for you to Bill. And, ain't no thing. I'll bring it in for you. And with that, you'll be able to go and ride around. The 3 of your companions, Ida, Trenton, and Thomas Catlett, are going to ride up with a spare horse. And they look like they've had a good couple of days. Like, they're looking a little tired, a little sore, but they're in good spirits. And Ida has her hat on. So they're going to ride up with a spare horse for you. And you're going to go riding around looking for cattle.
Morning, Frida. Had a good couple days?
Morning. Yes. They were busy.
Wonderful.
How are you two?
Been busy too.
Hmm.
I believe we're getting some cattle now. Runoff.
We found some sabotage.
Some sabotage.
The fence. It was smashed.
You told Bill? Mr. Sutter?
I think he's being informed.
Good. That's probably how all these cattle keep getting out, huh?
Hmm.
I suppose if that's fixed, at least we'll be able to bring them in and not lose them again.
Mm-hmm.
What did we do last time? Because we were hunting for cattle last time. Yeah,
you went out last night. So you've been doing this for a couple days now, in the evening, and now this is the first morning when you've been out and do it. So you're going finding some lost doggies. So you were told that you let the cattle run free over the winter to get the best grazing grass. Inside of this main area is where they keep some of like the younger cattle, so they don't get too far away. Some of the more vulnerable populations, but it seems like they have managed to break out and gotten into some trouble. And so you are there basically looking for any strays that weren't able to be rounded up with the rest of the herd, ones who have kind of just vanished into the plains. So that's today what you're all doing. So as you're heading out, might as well just get to the fun of it. Now, the same task that y'all have been doing is what you're on about. This time, you've managed to grab Frida along with you, which has been pretty useful. And Frida, how are you at riding horses?
Mediocre.
Mediocre, okay. That's good. That's a thing. So, with your mediocre riding abilities, you're going to be able to make your way around. And, well, as you are looking around, you also decided to stick together last session. So, as you're riding through the hills, you spend, well, most of the day out looking. Now, out in the plains, you are going to be able to find just 2 cows. You're going to find a pair of young cows pretty late in the day, caught in thick brambles. It takes a few minutes to clear them. We did all this last episode, so you manage to get through them, rope them up, and start to head them back into camp. And as you do, you are passing through a cottonwood grove. And it's at that point that you all see a number of desiccated cow corpses. And I think everybody else gave me a notice roll. Actually, I don't think they did. I think I spent a Benny to be a dick. So, as you were looking at this, you're kind of all riding through with these cattle, and one of the young cows near you is gonna kind of like hit the ground and kind of like with one of his hooves and kind of go up and look at one of the desiccated cow corpses that's laying on the ground. But as they do, your horses are going to freak and whinny back as a hairy black spider the size of a dog suddenly bursts from the ground. The repulsive critter latches on to one of the rescued steers that gets too close, and the animal screams piteously as it loses its footing and topples to its knees. A heartbeat later, the other steer that you have breaks through the ground as well, dropping into a small pit. Out of the pit swarm hundreds of palm-sized spiders, flowing over the thrashing cow and out onto the surrounding ground. And that is what you are encountering right now. There is a tarantula, the size of a, I'm going to say it's not a small dog. I'm going to say that it is like the size of my dog. So we're talking like an 80-pound spider. Has just popped out of the ground, and the others are just hundreds of these like smack you in the face type of crawly boys.
Thanks, I hate it.
I appreciate it. So I would like everybody roll or to draw initiative right now. All right.
Okay,
So
do we have a way to draw a card?
We do.
Roll
So
20?
there is a deck of cards in roll 20, and okay. So.
Up there.
Okay,
I see it.
And I'm going to draw mine. Okay. Uploading. I don't care about that. Okay. All right. So I have the 6 of clubs and the Queen of Spades. Let me just check how this works in terms of initiative. Page 91, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, wait, no, it's in the core book.
The suits are in reverse order, so a spades is the best.
Spades. All right, so Queen of Spades means...
Hearts, diamonds, clubs.
Okay, Big Spider is going first, followed by... Okay. So we're going to try to make sure to have this on screen for next episode, just to make sure that... And then I've got a jack of diamonds for that. Okay, so next down the list, we've got who drew the 9 of spades. Okay, so Ida, who drew the 7 of spades?
That was me.
Okay, Trenton. Okay, then it goes to
And I was the 10 of hearts.
Okay, so Frida is the 10 of hearts, and then it goes to clubs. Or it goes to diamonds, so that is small spider 1. Small spider 2. Okay. All right. So there's an explosion of chattering little creatures out of the ground, and I don't think your horses are trotting anymore. So let's go. Whoosh, whoosh, go. Perfect. Thank you very much. And thanks for your patience while we do this. We'll figure this out. All right. So first out of the round, the big spider is going to kind of let out this kind of like hissing, snarling 80s cartoon noise. Because I didn't realize that's what that was until I did it. Sorry. And is going to actually take a lunge out at Thomas Catlett's horse as well, because it is right next to him. Or next to it, I should say. And that is a large tarantula. Ambush, bite. All right, so everybody who is looking at these folk are gonna have these things are gonna have to take a make a fear check. First off,
Spider folk.
Spider folk. Oh god, I'm not making that race for anything. If they're too
Just
handsy.
dry.
New
Isn't
D&D
it?
5e cursed module, only spiders.
Okay, so
There's probably a
everybody.
Hollow Knight module.
There probably
I'm
is.
sure someone's made one.
All right, so everybody here is going to have to make me a fear check, and the way that that works is page 124 of the core book states. The heroes make a fear check. Spirit roll as a free action when they first spot a creature with the fear ability. So, all y'all are going to make me a... all right, fear check, and this is... let me just double check. Fear check. Okay. All right, and... ooh, nice. Wow, these guys are really cool. Okay, so, did anybody fail?
I did. So
You did?
No.
can
Would
I
you like
burn
s-
a
you can
burn a
Benny?
Benny? Yeah, I'm going to.
All right.
So, I guess what was the failure condition on this?
So the failure condition. So success means a character managed to overcome the situation and carry on. A failed fear check means they face one of the consequences below, depending on the source of the fear, is grotesque or terrifying. If the scene was grotesque or horrific, such as the discovery of learning a secret man was not meant to know, you get nausea. If it's a terrifying target like this, you get terror, and then you roll on a fear table to see what happens to you. So it could.
I
be
mean, I think I made
good.
it. I was just wondering what was the what the difficulty was for it. I think
So
I
the difficulty
missed that.
was just 4.
Okay, cool. Carry on.
Okay, Trenton, did you succeed on the second roll?
I haven't rolled yet.
Let's find out.
Yes, I did.
Spiders and Santa hats.
I got a 4 on my die 4.
Did you? Damn. Okay. So Thomas Catlett
Sorry.
is going to just absolutely fail because he's not here today, so I'm going to allow it. So he's going to get spooked. So that is
Womp
going
womp.
to be... that's going to give him the vulnerable condition, and what is going to happen is his horse is going to rear up as this spider lurches forward to grab onto its legs, and is actually going to jump up and bite the horse in the abdomen, dealing. That is its vigor. That is its poop. All right, that is definitely a hit. The horse takes a bite directly in the stomach, rears up. Thomas Catlett is going to tumble off the back and is going to crack his head on the ground on a rock and go unconscious, movie style. So he'll be fine. You got bigger worries. Although now that there is a succulent human body on the ground, the horse is looking like a much less delicate meal than Thomas Catlett. So that is going to be the spider's first turn. Ida, it is your turn. What do you do?
I was just double checking a spell and I am failing to find it.
Okay, it's in the Wild West Companion.
Yeah, that's what I was in. Hang on, you're just gonna hear clicky moments for
That's
a
fine.
moment.
So what is the spell you're hoping for?
Arcane Protection.
Okay, so Arcane Protection must be in the core.
No, it is here.
Is it?
Yeah, I just found powers, arcane protection. Oh no, maybe you're correct.
So the ones in this book are new powers, so I think it would
Right.
be in the core. So
Things. Thought I had this open, but
That's
I
okay.
didn't.
hey, we're having fun.
Apologies.
I've got big spiders. I'm having a great time.
Yay! I don't want big spiders. Make them go away.
Well, you can make them go away. You
I will.
have guns.
Smash all of them.
Mad scientists, shamans, rangers, ammo whammy. I don't know what that is, but I like it. I want to play this game now, damn it.
Not Arcants. That's not how you spell it.
It is not how you spell it.
No, my...
You can tell James I called him succulent. Sorry, someone in the chat's threatened.
I may believe his reaction would be, oh.
Like, not in a good way?
No, like this. They're like, oh, you.
Oh, well, maybe.
What was I doing?
I think it would be, honestly, I feel like it would be, oh.
Oh, there it is. Yep, you got it.
I've known him a little longer than you. So
you're absolutely
the big old eyebrow
correct.
raise.
Yeah, we were
with the eyebrow raise
would be
definitely.
Another one. Yeah, stuff you learn when you're roommates with someone for a while.
Exactly.
The result to horrible homoerotic flirting. It's not horrible because it's horrible because it's me. Maybe it's expert because it's me. I have no idea where the hell this thing is.
I don't know either. I have it. Hang on. I'm literally like Googling it.
Is it in the core?
I think it's in the core.
Oh, god damn it.
I know.
Savage Worlds and your damn module books. Modular.
Arcane protection power. It gives people a bonus to
Arcane
something.
Background. Don't worry,
Hostile
folks.
powers. Arcane protection. Hostile powers suffer a -2.
There it is. Okay, so hostile powers.
Oh, these are just spiders, aren't they? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think the special abilities count as powers.
All right. That's okay.
Yeah, so its arcane protection would protect you from the arcane.
Yes. Okay. No, that's fine then. In that case, I am just going to ride a sigh frustratedly and ride towards Catlett and try to shoot anything that's near him.
Oh, actually, you know what I got to do? I think I need to have all of you make a reflexive ride check because your horses have fear.
Now, am I on Dancer?
You're on Dancer, so I believe that's a +2 for you.
I have a steady hand, so that's +2?
Yeah, it's going to be a +2 for sure.
Okay.
Everybody else make me a ride check just to see whether or not you have to hop off your horse.
If you perhaps don't have the ride skill, what is the base roll for?
Your base skill, so you get that D6, and then you use whatever your attribute... No, your base... It's a D4 and a D6.
Okay.
You always default to a D4 if you don't have the skill.
6?
And you always add a D6 because you're special.
I just rolled maximum on both of my dice.
Cool. Yeah, your horse is just...
Reroll both.
Your horse is hot to trot.
I got 12.
Yeah,
and I didn't add the numbers together.
Sounds good. And Frida.
I have a 3.
Okay, so your horse is going to be spooked. You'll have the option of using your movement to hop off it this round, but it's not going to get any closer to these things and is going to be actively like and like pedaling backwards away from these.
Okay. Well, this didn't fall on my face yet.
It's true. You did not.
This time.
All right.
Well, I've got the Born in the Saddle Edge, which lets me re-roll any of my stuff regarding my horse and riding. But nice. I didn't have to, so I rolled maximum on both my dice, and then they exploded, and I got 14 out of the...
That is absolutely beautiful. All right, so we're going with Ida, then Trenton's on deck. Ida, what do you do?
I'm going to ride over towards Catlett and stay on my horse, but shoot any spiders that come near.
Okay, well, there is one about 6 feet from him right now that is kind of like just the horse that he is on is going to tumble to the ground as the paralytic takes hold. And we're going to assume these things have venom.
Sure.
They do have poison. Good, there we go. And is going to go with its front little like grabby mandibles. And you can actually see the look of hunger and annoyance in its eyes as you approach. And so it is going to put its sights on Catlett. It is going to go after him next round. So what are you going to do?
I'm going to shoot it.
All right, go ahead. So what we're going to do, it's been 2 episodes we've done that. So the way they're going to work, shooting skill. You're going to make a shooting skill base target. You're at short range, so your modifier is nothing. You have a difficulty of 4.
Okay.
And how many bullets can you shoot per round? What's your rate of fire?
My rate of fire, it's the Colt Peacemaker. I think it's just 1.
Okay, so you get 1 shot.
Yeah. Okay.
You get 1 shot. 1 chance, 1 opportunity.
God damn it. I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8. Okay, so that's a hit with a raise. Did you remember to roll your d6 as well?
I did, yes.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to have something for this. 1 sec.
So my damage is 2d6 plus 1?
Your damage is 2d6 plus 1.
Okay.
So you're going to hear, as you fire your gun into this, all right, what is my toughness? How tough am I? Oh, okay. All right, so now we go to the damage. Damage. After making a successful melee or ranged hit, you roll damage. Ranged weapons do the fixed damage. Then you have a raise, so you roll an additional d6.
Oh, okay. So I rolled 10.
This adds to and these dice all combine, and the 6, if you roll max, they do ace. Or at least this one does.
Does it?
The bonus dice aces, at the very least.
But the original dice don't.
Let me double check.
Yeah, I think you only get the one.
All damage rolls can ace. Nope. Yeah, all damage rolls can ace.
Okay, so that's 15.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
20, 15, 19, 20.
Okay. Okay. Let me just check something real quick. How many wounds
That
can
sounds
I...
like a lot.
How many wounds can I take? Jesus.
I know.
Equal to your bennies that you have left?
Yeah,
well,
pretty
basically,
much.
hold on. So, how many wounds? Okay, wild cards can take 3 wounds, but I'm an extra. What? Tell me. Okay, hold on. They don't. I'm. Jesus. Okay, every raise in the damage roll inflicts a wound. So, what your total? It was 20.
20.
Okay, so that's 5 wounds.
Yeah. Oh, okay, got it. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. 5 wounds.
Yeah, so you can take 3 wild cards. This is not a wild card. Can take 3 and still function. Well, it doesn't say how many health levels I have. So
Does it? It can still be alive.
Yeah, I mean, is it according to my toughness?
No, because you're tough. Oh, yes, because you're. Well, no, doesn't your toughness take away from
My
my
toughness
successes?
takes away. So that does it take away from
so-
successes, or does it take away from? I think it just takes away
The
from your
number.
total.
Yeah, it takes away from the total.
So
So
that
what's
means
your-
this thing has a toughness of 3, which means that you still did a 17.
17.
So that's 4. Okay, so you know what I'm just gonna say is this thing does not have. It's not a wild card. It's an asshole.
But you do have bennies.
Yeah, I've got 4 of them. How you want to do this?
She's gonna ride over, do little, almost trick riding, pull around tight, and just pop it right in the face.
Pew! What face?
It's in between all of its eyes.
No, I mean what face?
Oh, exactly.
As your bullet is going to hit this thing, you get a sudden vision of the future where someone driving down like the coastal highway in a convertible is going to hit a very plump bug with the same velocity that this thing splats.
Oh, is it like Jeff Goldblum at the end of The Fly?
It's Jeff. Do you mean the size of the bug, or do you mean the driver?
Both, yes.
And
And
the driver is Jeff Goldblum at the beginning of The Fly.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Well, that was strange. Help me. Anyway, so it splats completely out of existence. So I'm just going to erase Big Spider 1 off the board. There is still 2 swarms sorry, not Jeff Goldblum. 2 swarms of spiders that are kind of like reaching out, biting onto these steers. You might be able to save these steers still. They're biting them, but the steers are not dead yet. Trenton, it is your turn. What do you do?
Okay, this is gonna be a weird question, but can I get Devil Eyes to start stomping on all the little spiders?
With that roll,
Yeah.
you can. You know, I will let Devil Eyes make an attack on your turn. Yes.
Okay.
So Devil Eyes is going to have. Oh, I have his stats somewhere. Hold on. It is in this book, is it not? Devil Eyes.
Because technically I don't have a gun, I just have a knife, and I'm not getting off my horse if there's spiders everywhere, so...
I mean, Catlett dropped his gun.
I'm not getting off my horse.
But with that ride roll, I'll let you do a ride and grab.
Oh, that's true, I could have, like...
You could, like, do a lean out.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll let you do that as your action, as your movement.
Sure. Let's see
Okay.
if we can pull that off.
So you can... No, you did it. You got, like, a 20 on your ride check. You can do it. You get 1 badass action And let me just check. Horsing around. Devil eyes. Devil eyes, devil eyes, devil eyes. You missed the whole devil eyes thing, Millie. It was a thing. Mine's 2.
It's a hard to break horse.
It is a super rad horse. Yeah.
I cheated with sugar cubes.
It's really true. Yeah, this horse is going to be able to... What are the stats for a horse? I feel like they better be in here. Well, he'll act at the end of your turn anyway, so as you can go grab that gun if you'd like.
Okay, will do.
Okay, so grabbing Catlett's gun that tumbled out from the ground. I believe he uses a shotgun.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's going to tumble out of his back holster as he hits the ground. You can grab it, do a badass Schwarzenegger style cock, and that is a sentence that is going to get clipped.
I'm not forgetting that one.
You know what I meant, you silly perverts. I love you all. And go ahead and make me an attack roll against the swarm, while I remind myself of Swarm's work. Holy crap! I do not like the way this says.
Well, I got an 11.
Okay, so an 11. Okay, that's going to be 2 raises. And let me just double check something. So at point blank range, or like close enough range, do you get your defense at all? I don't think you do, right?
I don't think so.
So you don't get your parry against anything but like point blank attacks, right?
I haven't been in this situation before. So.
Yeah, right. So it's getting learning the combat engine live is always fun. Golden hour, breaking things and tangling. I'm just gonna check parry right now to see, because I've got a parry stat for everybody, and it's not parry white. Christa, if you want to look that up too, you're pretty quick. Parry 1066, 93. Okay, so the way parrying works, I just want to make sure if that 93, right? Rate of fire, jumping, prone, attacks, melee attacks. The target. Okay, so versus you hit someone with melee attack if it is equal to their parry score. Oh, so shooting is just the stat. It's the distance defense, or the distance is your modifier on that for your defense, unless you're doing something like going prone. Okay, cool. I'm gonna say these spiders are not prone because even though they're crawling around. All right. So, how many raises was that?
2.
That was 2 raises. All right, roll me damage. So your damage is going to have a d6 added to it, and don't forget everything can ace.
Yeah, I'm trying to find shotguns because I don't have that.
Oh, absolutely, I can get that
thing
for you. Shotgun.
Rifles, shotguns. There we are.
You got one? Modern firearms, machine guns, shotgun.
3d6.
Yeah, 3d6. And you got a rate of fire of... Actually, you have a rate of fire of 2, apparently.
Is that if it's a double barrel?
Yeah.
Is this one a double barrel?
I believe his is a double barrel, because he's fired them both at once before.
Oh, right, he has.
How does that work if you do that? Let's just have you fire as normal for this.
Okay.
Because I think you're going to do a shit ton of damage anyway.
Yeah, that's what it's starting to look like.
Now, I believe you only get the 1d6 bonus even if you do multiple raises. But...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 5, 10. So that's a total of 12.
You know what? I think it's just written poorly, actually. I think so listen to the way this is written. If your hero gets a raise on his attack roll, regardless of how many raises... Oh, that's the line. Regardless of how many raises. There we go. My bad. Because then they refer to it as dice rather than die later, and that was what was confusing me. So what'd you get in your damage?
12 total.
12 total? Okay. So that is going to strike the center of the... strike the center of the mass with a cacophonous Pardon me. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. With a cacophonous explosion of force, and as it strikes them, the swarm of tarantulas is going to split into 2 small swarms.
Oh.
It looks like you did kill quite a few of them. They are going to split to either side, and most of them are going to release the... you were going after the ones that were on the cow, right? On the first cow?
Yes.
Okay, so most of them release the cow. There are still probably about 5 or 6 that are clinging to the side of the steer's flanks and biting him. But they're going to split in half into 2 small swarms. But you are already a small swarm. I don't think you understand the way that you work. Yeah. All right, cool. So they're going to split in half and are going to kind of look at you with all of their beady eyes just kind of going all at once and go. Frida, it is your turn. Oh, actually, it is the horse's turn. The horse is going to strike. The horse is going to get a success. And that is going to be... Can you do me a favor and roll damage for me there, Mike? The horse is going to have a damage of...
Stomp a swarm. Stomp a swarm.
Well, he beat their parry. So their toughness is actually way higher than their parry. And that is going to be... this is a stomper. Where is it? Strength plus D6 damage. So that's going to be... roll me a D8 plus a D6 for damage.
Okay.
Because Devil Eyes is beefy.
X1 D8. There it is. So that'd be an 8.
An 8 sounds fantastic. Oh, damn. That
Oh, wait. Plus its strength?
Plus its strength.
So what's its strength?
So you got an 8 off of a D6?
Wait, so what am I rolling?
So you're going to roll a D8 and a D6 and add the 2 together.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, and that was a total of 8?
Yes.
Okay, so the horse is going to rear back and just like come down and start going splut, 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 and is actually going to take out the majority of one of the smaller swarms.
Oh, good.
So now there's basically like a half swarm there. Frida, it is your turn. What do you do?
So you described Thomas as supple, and as the most delicious member of our party, we should probably make sure that spiders don't eat him, that we do in a cannibal episode. So in order to stave off his temporary death, she's going to try to pick him up off the ground.
All right. Well, your horse is
completely unprepared for this.
So
her horse is spooked.
You jump off your horse to
I think she's going to jump off her horse and try to drag him away from the spiders. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So you are going to you're going to be able to do that. You're going to run up and grab him and like kind of like grab him underneath the arms and just pull him back.
Sounds good.
Okay. Do you do anything else with your round?
Get as far back as she can.
Okay. So that'll be your action.
She'll make sure that she grabs this, like at least one stick of dynamite from her pack.
Okay.
Just in case.
Sounds good. All right. So as you are doing that, now it is the spider's turn. The small spiders that you shot, Trenton, are going to snarl and are going to try to swarm up and bite you. They're going to use their wall walker ability to walk on vertical surfaces, including the horse. They're going to swarm up your horse, but they're aiming at you because you're the one with the boomy stick, and are going to try to take an attack at you. So what is your parry?
Hang on.
That's okay.
5.
5. All right. So, bite is... It's under my fightin'. And fightin' is a... Nope, that's filchin'. Where's fightin'? There we go. It is... Oh, this is an old sheet. That's what my problem is. One sec, folks. There we go. Now I can actually run the damn game. Okay. So it is going to swarm up at you and is going to take a bitey bite. That is going to be... Thanks for your patience while I make sure. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I was doing.
Oh, I didn't. I are entertaining ourselves wonderfully. Don't worry.
Exactly.
What?
Don't worry, we're all fine here. There we go.
What?
We're just making funny faces.
All right. So, what was your parry there, Mike?
5.
5. All right. So that is going to be. So you have to meet. So they're going to meet it, but they're not going to get a raise on it. So that is going to be their strength plus a d6 for their bite. So they just do it. All right, so they're going to manage to swarm up around you and are gonna do. They're gonna do 5 points of damage to you.
Okay.
Does that beat your toughness?
My toughness. Keep flipping it off the page. My toughness is 6.
Okay, so they're gonna start biting into your chaps, biting in. You're gonna feel like the bites are gonna start pricking you and filling you with a little bit of poison, but it's not enough to slow you down at this point yet.
Oh, okay.
All right, Frida, as you pull back, you're gonna see the spiders around the cows turn and look at you and start going skitter toward you, en masse. As they do so, Devil Eyes is going to lash out with a hoof and like squish a couple of them from this larger swarm, and they're going to kind of like look back and forth, and then about the majority of them are actually going to keep feeding on the steer that they're on, actually. Kind of being distracted, having a little moment of, ooh, flashy things, but then going, oh, I have a meal that I'm literally on. However, as you are scurrying backwards, you're going to feel the ground get a little shaky, and behind you, there is going to be an explosion as another one of these giant tarantulas is going to explode out of its ambush site and make an attack at you using its spring attack. So
That's not great.
What is your parry?
4. There it is. I don't know if I'm at a minus or anything because I'm carrying someone either.
You're not, but it gets a bonus to get you. So that is going to be a +2 to my fight. So that's going to be an 8. So that is going to be a raise as well to hit you.
Uh-oh.
All right. So that is going to be... bite. There we go. Okay. Boop. Boop. I need more d6s.
Never a good thing to hear.
Okay. So that is a total of 14 damage. Would you like to spend some bennies?
Oh my goodness. Sure. Yes, let's do some of that. I think that I have 4 right now.
So spending a benny, the way that you do that is you can spend a benny to... for soak rolls, so you can prevent wounds or recover from being shaken. So on 96, we're getting into soak rolls at this point because you have taken damage. After rolling damage before applying wounds, you may spend a benny to make a soak roll. This is a vigor check with each success and raise, reducing the number of wounds by 1. So
was that already her toughness taken into account?
Her toughness will be taken into account. So you have a toughness of 3, right?
Yeah. A toughness of 4.
Toughness of 4. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so I got a 14, which means that I have... that is... yeah, 14. So I have 2 raises of damage, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Yes, that is the way this works. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm rolling for Vigor.
Yeah, if you're rolling for Vigor, you want 2 successes.
I don't know what a success is.
Your success is always 4 unless I tell you otherwise.
Yeah, every 4 is a success. Every 4 up.
Okay, hang on. Do things just continue to explode if I rolled a 4 3 times in a row and I'm now very confused? I rolled a 13 on a d4.
Okay, well, spend a benny to do that.
Yep.
And so what does this look like as you manage to heroically not get like poisoned and bitten by this tremendous spider.
I feel like it's actually not terrifically heroic looking. I feel like she turns and sees a spider and screams, stumbles backwards, and ends up swinging Thomas's boots into its face, knocking her out of the way.
Okay, so it is actually going to bite down, and one of Thomas's
Yes.
boots is going to get stuck in its mouth.
Yes.
So
That
do me a
sounds
favor.
perfect.
Thomas is down a boot.
It's that boot that
Okay, well,
what's her
noted.
name tripped over and woke me up.
It's a real boot nanny.
It's the devil's boot.
There it is.
She will also scream in absolute terror because this cow has too many legs and is trying to kill her.
This cow has like a few too many legs.
Part and too many eyes for that matter.
It is the right,
More
no,
than
that's the right
yours.
number of eyes.
That's normal, right?
I thought 6 was the right number. Oh no, 8. You said 8 was the right
This
number.
is
Never mind.
closer, at least.
It's
This is closer, at least.
All right, so the big spider, the first big spider is going to remain dead. We're at the top of the initiative. And Ida, it's your turn again. So you went, bam, destroyed one of them. And then this creature went, ah, from behind. And you're going to hear Frida go, Golden Himmel, or something like that. And like, basically wield Thomas as a defensive weapon.
You did a ham wham. I'm gonna shoot at that one now.
Okay, so this one is slightly further away unless you want to move closer.
My Colt is.
What's its medium
I
range?
was just gonna look at that. Medium is 24.
That's 24 feet probably, or 24. Yeah, it's yeah. We'll say it is. You'll take your horse will take a couple of steps, but then it'll.
Okay, if I can get within close range.
You can get within short. Yeah, no problem
Okay.
at all. Super
I will
easy.
move
Barely
over
any
slightly.
inconvenience.
Exactly. And I just did this, Krista. Why can't you remember what your shooting number is? 12. Okay, 12 and a d6.
Oh damn.
Yes, I threw her hard into the shooty shoot.
Did you show her hard into the Rudy toot?
Precisely. That is not super great. I'm gonna spend a Benny to reroll.
Okay.
I rolled a 6 and a 12.
Oh balls. Yeah, they both reroll. Just
12 plus
Whoa.
4 is 16.
Folks, just letting you know, the stream might cut out. My lights just flickered.
Oh,
So
Uh-oh.
just a heads up.
I'll let you know. We've had some storms on the surrounding area recently, but just letting you know that I did just get a flicker. So, Ida, what'd you get total?
14.
Well, shit. That is better than a 4 by 3 times.
Yeah.
So, roll me damage plus d6.
Okay, 2d6 is double ones. 2.
I've already warned the stream.
That'll be
No, the lights just flickered. Okay. All right.
Can I use bennies for rerolls on damage?
Yes, you may spend a Benny to reroll damage, including
Okay.
any additional dice you may have gained from a raise on the attack roll.
Okay, because I just rolled all 3 ones, and I'm not okay with that. So
I'm okay with it.
I'm not. So we're gonna try again. That's another 1. Plus a 4. So that's 5. 8 plus 1 is 9. So 9 total. So that's 2 wounds.
Okay.
Or I guess minus whatever their toughness.
Okay, you can spend another Benny to reroll again.
No, I only have 1 left.
Okay, have you been updating?
Yes.
Oh, weird.
I should be at 1.
Hmm.
Might need to
So,
refresh.
Yeah, let me see if I can fix that real quick.
Yeah, I gotta fix that.
Oh, yeah, mine hasn't updated either.
Yeah, I gotta fix that with Bryn.
Refresh.
Maybe over
I
the
think you
Christmas
can
holidays.
also in OBS ask it to refresh every X seconds too.
Well, if it does that, then it doesn't keep what you have.
Okay,
so
go ahead
we'll
and
have
put
to
your
continuously
current
do
ones
it.
on the screen right now. So, Mike, I still got you at 2. I got me at 4. So I haven't spent any. I've got 1 and 3. Cool. All right. All right, I'll cut
Just
this
need
out.
to actually give it storage.
Yeah, just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was 2 damage that you did?
Well, unless he's got toughness.
He does. He has a toughness of 3.
So that brings me down to 5.
5? Okay.
So it would only be 1.
Be 1. I am going to spend a Benny for a soak roll and see if I can absorb this. All right, so what is my toughness? How tough am I? That was my vigor, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
So you aim a shot down the barrel of your gun and fire into it, and it's going to glance along the side of its face, plucking one of its eyes out, and it's going to... and it's going to snarl and in your direction and continue. It's actually gonna... You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna fire, and it is going to... It would have hit this thing directly in the gullet, but it's going to hit Thomas's boot, and the leather's going to explode, and this tarantula is going to bite through the rest of the boot, and it's going to go...
His foot's not in there. It's just
no, the boot
right?
came out.
Okay, good.
No,
Okay,
his bare foot, or his, you know, I'm going to say his silk stockinged foot is
there you
bouncing
go.
in the dirt as he's like unconsciously being dragged away from the spider fight.
Hi, Raid. Good timing.
Hey, Raid, good time. Trenton, it is your turn, my friend.
I'm gonna pull my knife and start smashing spiders all crawling on my legs.
All
It's
right.
just a content warning for raiders. We're fighting large
Bugs.
Many spiders. We won't be for long because they're doing a decent amount of damage. All right, so you may do right now while you are attacking these things, my friend, is you can actually, these things are like small enough that if they're crawling on you, you can stomp / smash and inflict your strength in damage each round to them
Okay.
without rolling.
Oh, just like in addition to...
So you can either you can not roll and just go like splat. You just do max strength damage,
Okay.
or you can try to roll to smash them to get more damage.
Well, I'm gonna roll to smash them. Cause
Okay, what's your strength?
just-
So go ahead and
my strength is die 6.
okay. So make me an attack roll. Give me a fighting.
Am I fighting? Where the heck is my fighting? There it is.
Fighting is under agility, so you do an agility plus or fighting plus a d6.
Well, my 6 just rolled a 6, so that just rolled another 3, so I'm at 9.
You're at 9. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's gonna be more than its parry. So roll me. You're gonna roll your strength plus a d6 for damage.
Damage would be a 6.
Oh, so okay. You could spend bennies to try for more damage. No,
Is 6 going to actually hurt it?
6 is going to do a bit of damage. Yeah.
Okay, I'll stick with that.
Okay. So you're gonna start splutting it down. It's still barely hanging on, unless you have a cool idea and want to spend a benny to try to get rid of them.
No,
Like-
I'm not going to burn bennies yet, because
Okay.
I kind of get the feeling some giant spider's going to, like, jump me from behind, so...
Okay. So the other small spiders are going to continue eating the steer. Frida, it is your turn then. So Trenton is just like smashing the spiders on him. No.
This giant jerk spider's still kind of in front of me. I think she's gonna try to sort of get the rifle from her back and
Okay.
haphazardly shoot this one.
Okay, so you're at point blank range. You'll have no penalty. So you are shooting against a difficulty of 4, as per normal.
Okay, sounds good.
Make me a shooting roll.
I think that I only have a 4. I do have a 4.
You have a 4? Okay. So that is going to hit it. So I need you to roll me damage, which is a D... you didn't actually do super
I think
damage.
that... Yeah, it is 2d8 on the Spencer 56 carbine.
Yes, it is. You have a rate of fire of 1. You have 7 shots.
I have an 11.
You have an 11. Oh. Okay. An 11 means that is going to
As you
be
say.
minus my toughness. That's a damage and a raise. You know what I think I need to do? I think I need... this spider has a name. It's now Harvey the Spider, which means that it has to...
Harvey the spider.
It is definitely going to... There we go. Spend a Benny to try to absorb this impact. It is going to absorb 1 point of that impact with this roll. Oh, I'm going to spend another Benny and try again. Because I like him. I mean,
I know
Oh,
I just
God.
shot him, but like, come on, Harvey the Spider, you can do it. Harvey.
All
His
right.
name's now. He matters to me.
It's true. All right, so you're going to fire into him. And the spider is going to take a significant amount of damage as you fire a shot directly into its mouth as it lunges at you. I'm going to spend my last Benny to do something cool. And what's going to happen is the spider is going to just go and lunge at you with its full might. It's going to come down directly on top of Catlett's body, kind of using him as like a leverage ground to try to bite you. And as it goes to bite you, your shot's going to be great, but it's going to basically fillet your gun barrel. Is you're going to pull that out right as it lunges towards you, and it's going to go right down its gullet as like its saliva and venom is just like going spraying over your face in these curtains of viscous fluid. And then you're going to be covered with a lot more viscous fluid as you pull the trigger, and its spider guts go wherever spider guts can.
Oh, lovely.
Your gun is going to be at some disadvantages until you clean it, though. Because
there's spider guts all over the friendly neighborhood.
Yeah, it's more spider now than gun.
Nice. All right, and that is going to be your turn. That's Harvey is dead. Now all we have are the spiders that are eating the steer and the ones that are crawling over Trenton. Trenton, they are going to try to continue biting you. They are at a much smaller area, so that is going to be... I'll do a -1 on this. 5 damage. Does that do anything to you? Trenton?
Oh, to me?
Yeah, I don't think it does. I think you had 7, right?
Yeah, I've got 6 toughness.
Oh yeah. So they're going to continue trying to bite you, but your skin is too leathery and thick for that.
Bless you.
Ooh, I managed to mute just in time. Whew. Well, at least for the stream. You guys heard it. All right. Small spiders are going to continue trying to bite you, but there's not much. The rest are going to continue eating the steer. Seeing mommy and poppy spiders having been, well, splutted. There you go. Take a drink. They're just going to double their efforts to take this steer down into their hole, which is this kind of underground like tunnel system beneath the cottonwood grove that is just laced with webbing, back, right, center. It's very much like Return of the King, like, you know what I'm talking about. And we are going to be back at the top of the initiative. Ida, it is your turn again. You can rescue that one steer without a problem. The one who's kind of fallen into the hole.
Yeah.
The one that was being dragged by the... Actually, pardon me. The one that fell into the hole is screwed. The one that the giant spider was pulling down and bit is on the ground convulsing, but looks to be still alive, and that spider was killed by you. So nothing is trying to drag it into the ground right now. You could try to rescue the one that was getting all bit up. You're not sure you can save it, even if you do, but you can get revenge on the spiders at least.
Yeah, I'll just revenge on the spiders.
Revenge on the spiders.
There isn't any kind of like push or something that I can do to shoot twice, is there?
So there is not, but let me see.
Okay, that's fine.
So you can spend a Benny to influence the story. So you can come up with an item on you. You can push a non-player character into being a bit more agreeable. Something like this, like a bunch of spiders that are pretty shitty combatants.
Yeah.
What's your cool idea to get them off the steer?
Well, I was gonna say I also have a rifle. And I was wondering if I could dual wield.
Because this is inconsequential, I'll let you spend a Benny to shoot twice. Sure.
I don't think it makes sense with a rifle though, because it's such a...
Yeah, it does, because it's awesome.
What if you like balance the rifle on your horse or something dramatic like
What if
that?
you balance the rifle on the butt of your, or on the barrel of your pistol? And you do your patented X strike.
Sure.
That you learned from a frog.
There you go. Okay, I'll do that. I'll spend a Benny to do that for funsies.
All right.
Because these ones are still the big spiders, correct?
No, these are the small ones. There's only
little ones.
There's a micro swarm that is on Trenton that he is beaten to death slowly but surely, and then there are the bunch that are on the steer that fell into the ground.
Oh, Oh, and that, can I maybe do like a melee attack with Dancer?
Sure.
Because I feel like rapid squishing is going to be more effective than firearms.
Rapid squishing is going to be more useful. Yeah.
I'm not as good at it, but it'll do. I would think that could potentially take out more of the swarm.
Sure. Yeah, you can go ahead and do your boot damage to, or well, your horse damage to it.
Okay. Can I roll riding for the attack?
Sure.
I don't. It's the same as my fighting. I don't know what dancers.
Since they have gone into the ground. So this is like they're in a hole, so using your horse kung fu in this hole will be very difficult, I'm going to say. So I'm going to say your target is 6. Unless you spend a Benny, in which case your target is 4, because screw it. I like it when I make her laugh hard enough that she cuts her own mic out.
Sorry.
That's okay.
The target is 6?
Target's going to, unless you spend a Benny, then it'll be...
No, because I'm not gonna. I think I'll have to.
Go ahead. Then the target is 6, so that's a riding check. Don't forget to add that extra d6.
I rolled both of them and I rolled garbage on both. So, I will try to. I will try but fail.
You'll try. The horse will kind of buck and try to kick in, but they're a little too low. Trenton, it is your turn. What do you do, my friend?
I continue to try to smash all the bugs crawling all over me. And by the way, gross.
All right, so go ahead, make me a strength attack, or pardon me, an agility fighting. Well, fighting at least.
I got a 4 out of it.
You got a 4.
Yep.
They're just moving over you too much. They're moving like all over you. You're not quite able to get. There's one on top of your head that kind of like crawls up into your hat.
Ah! Ow, my hat!
It's trying to pilot you like Ratatouille. Krista, this is what that new project's going to be like, by the way, just so you know.
So excited.
It's going to be so dumb, but that's a secret. We'll tell you later. You should, if you want to know more about this secret, I'm going to reveal it on the next Patreon podcast, I think. So join us on Patreon. Or I'll reveal at least a project. Okay. So they're crawling. So you're just going to, unless you spend a Benny.
Get off me, damn spiders.
You think the spider gives you one of these? Like, but like 4 times.
Actually, I still have 2 bennies, so I might as well burn one.
You might as well. The audience can buy more of them.
That's true.
Baba Booies?
Just saying.
Just saying. You can buy me more too. I can have Spider Backup show up. I can have Spider-Man show up if someone donates $25 through the donate link right now to buy me lunch. I will have Tom Holland show up. Oh, hey, Mr. Stark.
Don't do it. But also buy Kelly lunch.
I don't need it. This vest is pretty tight right now. You can't. Right, just at the bottom right now. Oh, God, I miss the gym so much. All right, so did you hit them or did you roll down the hill like a turd in the wind?
I got a 7 this time.
You got a 7 on your attack? All right, that is going to be you just managed to hit them. Roll me your strength damage, please.
Good. Oh. Exploded, so 10.
10? Okay.
Yep.
So you're gonna get the one out of your hat. It's gonna give you the finger, and you're gonna just splat it to the ground. Just splat it. And just the rest of them are going to be. You're gonna be able to knock them off. Now that you have the most dangerous weapon to any spider known to man, minus a rolled up newspaper, which is a cowboy hat. A wide-brimmed hat is...
Damn you, damn 8-legged critters!
Boy. All right. And Frida, it is your turn again. Trenton, you are free of spiders, unless you want to keep one as a pet. Frida.
You
can see the
I'm
steer...
just gonna keep moving Thomas far away from this and conspicuously pull out that stick of dynamite.
Okay.
Sort of attempt to make fleeting eye contact at Trenton and Ida.
What do you...
Question mark? Drag. She's just gonna go for distance this round, I think, to try to keep Thomas away from other spiders. But
that's my notice roll.
My dog is barking. I apologize.
Yes, conspicuous dynamite handling.
Conspicuous barking. Stop barking.
Conspicuous
my dog
dynamite
barks at dynamite.
barking.
Oh, fair.
That's probably a good trick, actually.
He would
dog.
fetch it if you threw it, and that's why we don't carry dynamite in this house.
That's the only reason.
You know, very wise, very wise.
It's one of the reasons.
No.
It's the main reason.
Um.
Okay, so you take a look at them, they take a look at you. You have that moment.
Sort of, she's doing one of those like shrug things while dragging Thomas. She's like, huh?
Are these other? So some of the cattle got away, but the two that have been got have been got.
The two that you got, one of them is like paralyzed on the ground. One
Yeah.
of them is in a hole about 10 feet away, being devoured by spiders. It's gonna die anyway.
Okay.
This might be the merciful thing. Oh, there's the light again.
She's sort of looking at that hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, one of my lights keeps dying, which is deeply unfortunate.
Oh. All the lighting problems. Yeah. Idle nod and get ready to piss off.
I mean, is
Okay.
everyone that's not a spider or a soon-to-be dead cow a significant distance from that hole? 10 feet doesn't seem like quite far enough for a stick of dynamite.
It's
I'm
in a
not sure how
hole
big they
though,
actually
so I'll say
explode.
that this stick of dynamite
That's
is the right
true,
size.
that's true.
It's in a hole. That
Well-
cow is going to be. It's not going to get more traumatized than it already is.
Not for long, at any rate. Throw some dynamite.
I would say do it.
I'm sure it'll take a round or two to go off, so she'll do it. She's gonna attempt to throw it in the hole. Lit.
Sounds good. Can you go ahead and if you're tossing it, I want you to make me a what's throwing? A throw-in is a skill, isn't it?
It probably is. I have agility. I
So
have shooting. I have rootin'. I have tootin', but I don't have throwing.
throwing is a skill, right? I thought
I have
throwing
no idea.
was. I'm just gonna check real quick. It's all good. Okay. All right, throwing, shooting. Attempts to hit a target with a ranged weapon. Thrown weapons use athletics. Okay. So make me an.
Oh, I actually have athletics.
Make me an athletics. Don't forget to add that d6.
I have a 4.
Guess what? That is a 4. It's a big hole, so that's pretty good. So you can hear as it sails into the hole, and that is going to be 1 stick of dynamite, range of 4. So yeah, okay, I'll allow it. I'll allow it. That's going to be. Give me 2d6 as the damage, please.
That's it.
I have an 8.
Okay. 8. Cool. Let me just check something real quick. Boop. Was sack not a permitted term? Was hole not a permitted term?
That list of permitted terms.
Yeah.
I added
Cornhole,
permitted terms.
toss, sack.
Cornhole, toss, sack.
Why were those banned when you tried to use them?
I guess so.
Oh,
Okay.
it was a comment that a chatter had made that went into the moderation queue.
How good
So I
your
approved
cornhole
it. So
partner.
it approves
I'm
all
gonna
of
have to double check our
the,
moderation in
the
a minute.
words that it got caught on.
That's really weird. No. Do it. Like, see what else got put on.
Ooh,
'Cause, like,
nanny.
our auto mod got weird because of all the hate raids. So,
Yeah.
It's going to make it really awkward when we have the episode where we have to shut corn.
Yes. Or play cornhole. It's a great game.
Or, yeah, okay. Area effects weapon work normally. I'm going to say that in a hole, a blast weapon is going to work doubly effective. So I'm going to count that as double damage. Okay, so you, Trenton, as soon as you stop beating off the spiders, you are going to look up and see that there is a stick of dynamite that rings the side of that hole before it falls in, much like a future game of basketball.
What in tarnations?
And then, what do you all do?
I will put the spurs to the horse.
Okay, your horses are going to respond. Your horse doesn't need a roll. You say go, and your horse is gonna go.
Frida, have you managed to get Thomas on your horse? Or has
No, I
Frida-
think we're just sort of dragging him away across the ground. She's planning to drag him and dive for cover, basically.
Okay,
Lie flat, boots towards the hole.
In that case, I'll leap off and send Dancer running to land and help Frida with Thomas.
Okay, so you jump, grab, and run. And as you do, I want everybody to make me an athletics check. You and Ida do it at a -1 because you're carrying Thomas.
And I don't even have it.
Trenton, you don't need to because you're such a good rider. So unless you want to.
I should probably do it just
4.
on the off chance I might get a fumble.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
What'd you get, a 4?
Yep.
And that was with the -1?
It was. I got 2 5s.
Ooh, beautiful.
I got a 4. 1 success.
With the -1?
Yep.
Okay, so, and Thomas is going to roll... he didn't succeed, but he's fine. So as you're going to hear... There's an explosion that erupts behind you, and you all do a really cool, stylish jump into the air as it happens, and hit the ground and roll. Trenton, your horse is going to do kind of a jump and a whinny out of the way, like as it happens. It's gonna look pretty cool. Because Devil Eyes ain't afraid of nothing, and Devil Eyes doesn't look back at the explosion either.
No, never does.
Yeah. You might.
Cool
Devil Eyes. Devil Eyes is cooler than you. He's the real
cool
protagonist.
Horses don't look back at explosions.
It's true. All right, and with that, there's going to be an explosion, and the ground is going to shake a bit, but you are going to not hear the sound of any other creepy crawlies emerging, and we are going to exit combat now. And just 1 sec while I roll to see how tough that steer is. I'm going to say that a steer has a D8 for its toughness, and it's... Yeah. If someone spends a Benny, the second steer is alive. That first steer is hamburger. Okay, the other one was enough over and next to some rocks, so it was kind of shielded from the blast. But it's probably deaf now. Let's be fair, or at least deaf in one ear. Oh, deaf in one ear steer. All right. So with that, you'll all come back to. You'll hit the ground. As you jump forward away from the explosion. Thomas is going to kind of sag to the ground and roll a few feet like a limp ragdoll and go, I ain't counting cards. You calling me? So you think he's fine. You think he's just a little brain rattled.
Fair.
That boot's not coming back, though. Rip boot. It's gone to Boot
Rip
Hill.
boot. R.I.P. boot.
R.I.P.
R.I.B. Rest in boot.
Rest in boot.
Wait, more like R.I.S. Rest in Spider. Or R.I.S.B. Rest in Spider Bit.
Rest in
R.E.S.P.E.C.T. All right, so
Just
that
a little
happens.
bit.
What do y'all do?
Sing the lyrics to the song Respect, which I'm just now inventing in real time.
Yep.
Otherwise, I think head home.
Yeah, lay back for a second. Why on earth do you have that, Frida?
What?
Why do you have dynamite on your person?
Oh, it was in my bag.
Why do you have dynamite in your bag?
Is there only 9 more in there? What?
She's just gonna walk over.
Absolutely flummoxed.
Trenton will pull out a cigarillo and light it up and go, smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Not near Frida's bag, okay?
Over there. Do you fun?
No.
Maybe later.
It's just probably important information for us to know so that we don't put you too close to the fire or something like that, okay? Any other explosives? You're having to think about it concerns me.
No.
Okay, help me
I don't think so. Not in this bag.
Help me get Catlett on my horse.
Mm-hmm. See, sleepy little baby. Squish the little teeth.
Is his horse still? He was paralyzed, right?
Oh yeah. Oh shit! I gotta roll for his horse.
Yeah. Is the horse dead?
His horse unfortunately has gone to horse heaven.
Oh no. Well, we had a spare though, right? Wasn't Trenton has his own?
You brought a spare for Frida. So,
oh.
I got my other one back at camp.
Yeah.
You do have extra horses.
Okay, so it's not the end of the world. Okay. Yeah, in that case, we don't have to lead it. So I'll get Frida to help. We'll pull him up so that he kind of sits behind me, like riding on a motorcycle, so that he's not gonna fall off.
Yeah, you might want to just strap him to the back and let him throw up down the horse's flanks.
Yeah.
I guess also fair, but either way.
But as you're getting him and checking to make sure that you get all of the gear and saddle off of his horse, the gear and saddle did survive. It's just the horse, unfortunately, between the poison and the shock of the explosion, had a heart attack. It looks like just spooked itself to death. But you'll manage to clear it off and get your stuff off there. And as you do, you're going to notice that around these holes that have opened up the ground, your explosion actually detonated a large portion of the tunnel network. That has collapsed in. You're basically looking at like a small maze that winds through the ground here that you'll have to dodge around. But looking down in, you're going to see the remains of at least a dozen lazy-ass cattle, all with the brand still intact, because spiders don't eat the flesh. They just drain the insides, right? Other smaller animals. And Frida, can you make me a notice check? All of you can as well, but Frida would be the most interested in this.
Oh.
1 success.
I have an 8.
Nice.
No, nothing for me.
Nothing for you? Oh god, some of these are awful. You are going to see a really strange creature down in the ground there. It's dead. It has been absolutely just devoured. All of its skin and fur are completely tight to it, but like all of its innards, you can look through its hollow eyes and see that it's there's nothing inside. This is basically a skin more than anything at this point. But around it are the carcasses of at least 24 of these fist-sized spiders. It looks like it either killed them or they died trying to eat it in one way or another. But this critter that you're looking at is a hare. A jackrabbit. But with a pair of spiky antlers growing out of its skull.
Oh.
It's not normal according to the guidebooks that you've heard of. Did anybody else get a success?
I got 1.
So you'll recognize that's a jackalope.
Huh. It's a jackalope. Didn't think they were around much.
They're damn hard to kill, and are actually bad luck to encounter them because they're vicious little shits. Like they will fuck you up. Like, in fact, would you like to see their photo?
Yeah. Oh damn!
Oh, wow.
Yeah. However, anybody here can make me. What do you think would be the magic knowledge skill? What would that be? Probably.
Oh, magic knowledge.
Yeah, just knowing like
weird signs. No.
Yeah, it'd probably be a weird roll. Let's say.
It's probably not weird science though.
What do you use for your magic, Ida? You use intelligence, don't you?
Smarts.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check this real quick.
Yeah, I've got notice, streetwise survival, tracking, knowledge. See, knowledge is a skill.
Just I'll say make a knowledge roll.
I don't think that'd be common knowledge though.
It'd be a cult. It'd be a cult you'd want to roll.
Oh, a cult's one. Okay.
Yeah.
I really should have taken that.
was you or the...
I'm the one that was trained. I just didn't take a cult. I should have taken it instead of knowledge, but that's okay.
Okay, so, and what'd you roll?
I rolled knowledge, so it doesn't matter. I guess I can roll without anything, right?
Yeah, you can roll that, I think.
Oh, well, I rolled on my things were good on my D6, which was my wild card, and I rolled an 11.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that.
All right. All right, so you're going to know that besides having like rattlesnake-like, wait, no, that's the wrong page. It literally jumped to another page that lined up perfectly. You know that the jackalope feet are good luck charms. Anybody wearing one is usually prone to success. The luck doesn't last terribly long before the foot rots away, but you could try to like dig around in that hole and see if you could maybe grab one of its feet.
I'm gonna hop down and look close. Does it look like there's other things around? This is some kind of like, is it attached to a spider string?
It is around. It has a bunch of webbing around it. But you could probably pull it out with a knife or something, so you wouldn't have to get your hand directly on it.
No, I know how spiders hunt.
Okay.
Gonna walk back away and hop back on my horse and continue along.
Okay, you're not gonna mention anything to him?
Well, I mean, Frida saw it as well, and Frida asked about it, and I'll say, yeah, it's a jackalope. They're often bad luck to come across because they're vicious little buggers. But the feet are often good luck. That one looks like bait, though, so might be best leave it.
Perhaps it was bad luck for sea spiders.
Well, looks like it's bad luck for itself. Anyway, maybe best leave it unless you're desperate for some luck.
I don't know about y'all, but I could definitely use some.
Oh, well, by all means, Mr. Skinner.
Well, tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go and tie this rope here around my waist, and I'll throw the other end up to you, and if anything jumps out at me, you just drag me on out of there.
Wonderful.
Dead or alive?
I'll take the rope and wrap it around my the saddle horn.
Preferably not dead.
Okay.
Do our best.
Noted. So if he's dead, we leave him inside. Okay.
I don't think any of you are going to be riding devil eyes anyway, so you best hope I make it out of there alive.
All right, so I'm gonna
I
say
would hope so.
to
I
grab
would hope so, anyways.
to grab this guy out. I'm gonna say that this is gonna be just a survival roll to know how to do this without triggering any natural hubble or any of that stuff.
Oh, that'll be fun.
So it's to retrieve the corpse and to salvage as much of it as possible.
Can I spend my last penny?
Yeah.
It's probably for the best. Well, this could be a problem. And it's not a problem!
I kind of love that you spending your last Benny in an effort to get a little bit of luck.
Yeah, it's very good.
My first dice that I rolled is like a 1, and I'm like, oh no, please don't let the second one be a 1. And it wasn't. It was I got a 5.
You had a 5? Okay, so you got so you're gonna manage to pull it out. Most of it's rotted away, but you'll see that it has one of its feet intact. And you can easily chop that off with your knife.
Yep, I will do that. Look at the hoof on this sucker. I'm taking this one with me.
Nice. All right. So as you do that, you'll be able to tie a little leather cord around it. And what is going to happen is, Mike, next game, you are going to start game with an extra Benny.
Ooh.
You
You already get an extra one.
No, I get an extra one because of him.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. The opposite.
That's why I need the luck.
All right.
I can work with that. An extra Benny next game.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. All right. So plus Okay. So this foot's gonna last about 2 weeks. It's gonna rot away in about 2 weeks. So you got some time. All right. And with that, y'all doing anything else, or just heading back to camp?
Heading back.
All right.
I don't know about y'all, but I worked up an appetite after all that.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Did we come across any sage bushes?
Make me a survival check to see if you find.
Don't think I have it. I do have survival. 5.
5. You're gonna find some sage, and you're gonna find some rosemary.
Ooh, yay.
But there is no thyme or parsley anywhere nearby, except for fool's parsley. That's an actual thing. Fool's parsley is a thing. I don't get what the point of it is. I just would assume that it would be not parsley. You're gonna make me look it up now, aren't you? Kelly Googles things.
Kelly Googles things. Da da da.
Yeah.
I got a 7. Is there any chance I can get a tiny amount of mint?
Oh yeah, you got some mint.
Ooh.
Fool's parsley is... Why is it called fool's parsley? Does it not taste like anything?
Maybe it just looks like parsley,
Chat.
but isn't.
Please go research what
It's also called
Fool's
dog
parsley is.
poison.
Ooh.
that one seems pretty
But it's
straightforward
also
as to
called It's called dog poison and dog's parsley.
Fool's parsley is just basil?
No, not according to this.
Oh, according to frogs it is.
According to the Friends of the Wildflowergarden.org, it's not. Toxic. It is poisonous. Oh, that's why it's fool's parsley. Because
Oh, it tastes like parsley but it's poisonous?
or it looks like parsley, but it's poisonous.
Amazing.
Apparently, it's really bad for dogs.
If
But
it
it's
was
also for
poisonous,
dogs.
it would be bad for most people.
Unless it's
It's what?
venomous.
This is anyway.
All right. So,
Oh, sorry.
Trenton's hanging on to the mint. He's not going to turn it over to the cook in case there's any future roles regarding hanky and or panky.
it's true. You gotta cover up that cigarello taste.
Exactly.
All right, so folks, you're going to make it back to camp and are going to have a nice, relaxing chow time with everybody, getting to know everybody else around the camp pretty well. Things have been kind of settled down. Frida, you're going to hear kind of just through the rumor mill that a pair of these cowhands were having a bit of a disagreement that your friend Ida actually was able to step in and solve with her feminine wiles.
Whatever happened with that? Did they have a sit down? We never really dealt with it.
Actually, as you're sitting around the table, you'll see that that Arthur Chapman has his nose recently reset.
Oh.
Because you said it was okay if he punched him. I think you didn't you?
Oh, I said.
Did you say they could punch each other? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Okay, then they're gonna be sitting away from each other, but like you're not gonna detect any real sense of antimony between them.
Okay, that's what matters.
As you're sitting around enjoying a nice meal at the end of the night, a pair of women is going to scoot up to you, Frida. One of them is a middle-aged woman with glasses and kind of like a schoolmarm vibe to her, and is going to sit down next to you and, hi there, how you doing? Are you the other?
Howdy.
Oh, you got a funny accent. Where are you from? Delaware?
It's wonderful to meet you.
I'm Miss Maggie Carter. Nice to meet you. And this
Sure.
is my friend Don Fields.
Wonderful to meet you both.
We're wondering, are you? You didn't seem like your friend Ida was interested, but you seem like a nice lady who might be interested in a Bible study. Maggie is going to tap a weather-worn Bible that's sitting on her knee.
I do love to study.
Well, it's
No idea what Bible.
I'm not certain it's the right textbook.
Oh, it's
funny.
the best book. This is the good book right here. It's got all the answers for everything that you need. Maggie, I think you're probably going a little hard there. Dawnfields, you let me proselytize accordingly. I didn't think we were doing that around here, but I suppose however you make your living. Maggie just kind of stares at her as Dawn kind of, it's nice to meet you.
Wonderful.
I'm in the study group,
You get.
but it'd be good to have you there, but I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
No.
Anyway, nice to meet you.
It's like the most awkward ever.
Oh,
I was gonna look at Ida like,
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over and sit down. What was that?
oh, they were inviting me to a study group.
Looking very confused as to what those two could possibly be studying. Oh.
It's a good book.
Oh. Right.
and
It's interesting.
as you were sitting around the campfire that night having this conversation, an elderly man is going to approach the lot of you, and you two will recognize him as Bert Arnold. So, a kraut. Interesting.
Yes.
You've strayed quite a ways from the fields of the Rhine.
This is true.
Well
I am
met.
not even at present a sauerkraut. I am a delighted kraut to meet you.
Well,
Ida tries real hard not to laugh.
I must say that I am then delighted to meet you as well. Bert Arnold. Nice to meet you, my lady, my dear.
Wonderful. To shake his hand.
This guy is played by Bill Nye in the film. Not
Bill
Ben
Nye?
Nye. Bill
Oh,
Nye.
whoa.
No, that's a different guy. Are you the one that's been going around and solving all of your thing about Ben Nye as this guy, aren't you? Okay.
That's
No,
the technical
Bill Nye. They're both
yeah.
Bill.
That's sorry, Ben Nye. Ben. Are they both
Which
Bill Nye?
one's
They're both
They're
Bill
both
Nye.
Bill. Their last name's just spelled different.
Yeah, Nye. This is
Yeah,
the British Bill Nye.
Nye.
All right.
Hmm.
Well.
Why do you ask?
I just have seen you walking around. I thought I would check. No reason at all.
And what do you do here?
A bit of everything. I'm the brains of this operation. Yeah, can't you tell? They needed to hire someone from England to actually get things done around here.
That must explain why I have seen you do so much work.
I supervise. This place needs good supervision. Obviously, if things don't get done in a timely manner, this whole operation will fall apart. And he continues to pontificate. And as he does, to continue to you can see him go, inflating his ego. You're going to see a shadowy shape kind of loom into the background and kind of take up the majority of your vision behind him. And that is going to be, of course, none other than Bill Sutter himself. Seriously, if I wasn't here, this entire place would fall apart. And it's wonderful to know who I can get to help manage these operations. Seriously, this place would be lost without me.
If Trenton's
You
pointing,
think so?
Ida's pushing his hand down so that he
No,
doesn't
not
see it.
reacting at all. I'm trying to see if you can dig a deeper hole.
Well, if that's the way that you feel about it, that's the way that you feel about it.
Sorry, hold on. Let me get the Jeff Bridges correctly. It's kind of weird because you got to suck your tongue while you talk, so it's a hard one.
Well, if that's the way y'all feel about it, maybe tomorrow, Bert, I can get you to clean the latrines. Or at least supervise all day. Until your cleaners actually show up. Get a real close look. Mr. Sutter, I'm just explaining how things work to the new girls. I think she's doing fine. Saw what you did to the fence out there. Fine work.
I have some ideas on that. We can talk later.
Now, I heard earlier from Homer. You think the fence was sabotaged?
Quite certain.
We use a lot of our cattle to graze around the outside lands. The only ones inside of the main pen are the younger ones. Kind of like the ones that you went and rescued today. From down at the Cottonwood Grove. How many of you say were down there? Dead ones.
No, I did not count them. I don't.
There's like a dozen, you said?
Yeah, I said a dozen, yeah.
Okay. Dozen or so.
Well, that's a loss. Good $100. Shit. Well, you did the best you could. That's important. You did good work. I think I'll keep you on.
Fellas, thank you.
How you feeling? Still rattled? Catlett's sitting next to you with a big bandage on the side of his head. Just kind of,
He is the sleepy baby.
Well, those tarantulas ain't nothing to mess with. You managed to get one of them steer back. And I hear you cleaned out the nest with some dynamite. Hell,
Yes.
the whole damn county heard you clear it out.
We may learn to refer to that as the Heckmann special.
Let's just keep the Heckmann special away when we're actually doing the drive. Unless we need it.
I will keep them in the bag. Away from the flammable things.
Good. Well, good work, everybody. I appreciate your hard work. You have a decent night. The next day, you go and do other tasks. You get some sleep that night, and actually, after that terrifying day, have a surprisingly comfortable rest day. I'd like each of you to roll me a d10.
Ooh, I got a 10.
Tree.
3. All right. So 3. All right. So Ida, you have
I have an
8. Ida, you have a very fun day tomorrow. You are assisting with the birth of a calf.
Oh, fun!
You have a good day. You are going to be out there working with, well, tomorrow you're with Arthur Chapman again.
He was the nice one, right?
No, he was the shithead.
No,
Arthur Chapman was the nice one. He's the Chris Evans.
Yeah, Ollie was the asshole.
Ollie's the asshole, of course. Ollie's the asshole. So he's working down there with you. Done a lot of this kind of stuff. It's not hard to do. You ever handled a birth before?
From a couple different species, yeah.
Oh, hell! I'm not going to tell a lady how to do, well, the most womanly job there is. I mean, I'll just be here to catch if needed.
Wonderful. Appreciate the extra hands.
Hey, my hands are all yours. For this. You need water?
Mm-hmm. Water be great.
Okay. He walks away, and he's got a nice butt. You'll notice as he walks away. He's got a nice butt, and almost as nice as that. He's got that little Chris Evans beard, but he kind of flares up like a neon sign after he says, he's like, "My hands are all yours." I mean,
Trenton will take a large sprig of the manse and put it in Ida's collar.
all right. And Trenton, your day goes off to
to a pretty roaring stop as you're pulled aside by Luke, who says, so Luke Canton approaches you, the foreman, says, I need your help with something.
Well, of course. What'd you need?
You walk like a gunfighter.
I can hold my own, that's for sure.
You're a man who's rootin', tootin', shooting, that kind of man?
I ain't currently got a firearm, but yeah, I can shoot.
Yeah. Well, that little encounter last night with Bert Arnold, well, it's done got his ass hairs all burned up. He's trying to prove he's a big man right now. He's trying to grab that young kid, Bonnie, and try to get him all riled up for this fight. Basically, long story short, looks like Bonnie had a run-in last time we were in Sutter's Flats with some cowpoke from another ranch. Bonnie's 16-year-old. He's young, dumb, and full of, well, you know. He's gonna pick a fight that he is gonna lose. I was hoping you could go try to talk him out of it before Bert pulls his strings a bit too hard. You know how Bert can get. Well, at least you've seen an example.
Well, I'm pretty persuasive when it comes down to it. I'm pretty sure I could talk him out of anything. Failing that, I'll just break his thumbs.
I prefer you not break his thumbs. We have a lot of work that needs to be done around here.
Well, maybe a smaller finger then.
Yeah, maybe the pinky. Or you can just take his gun away.
Oh, that's a plan too. I do need a shooting iron. I'll go talk to him first thing in the morning.
I prefer you take your day doing it now, before he does something stupid. We got a supply run in not too long. He's supposed to be going into the supply run tomorrow morning, and if he's in town when that happens, I can't keep him away from town on Sundays. Sunday's going to be coming up, even if I take him off the supply run. Go talk to him. Or I can send Frida. Frida's like nearby, just doing. What is Frida doing? As assignments are being doled out.
Not really paying attention and drawing in her sketchbook plans for a small electric generator.
Okay. As you or her, I think you probably have a better shot. At least you speak English. He's gonna whisper that part. At least you speak English.
I was gonna say. Fine, I'll take care of it.
Alright. Frida. I need you helping today with the canned goods. You know how to do canning?
Like, is it cannon? Or is it canning?
Canning
Yes.
things, like canning things up in small cans for transport on the trip.
Simpler sense of cannon.
God, I hope not. You're gonna be there with Ed and Alonzo. So you spend the day working with Ed and Alonzo. Alonzo is a quiet, dark Italian man who kind of he's got kind of like a quiet, kind of brooding poet vibe. He definitely would be like a bit of a dreamboat if he were in the 1960s.
Oh, wow.
He'd be he kind of looks like a young John Travolta, but with like a mustache and goatee. Before John Travolta got weird, we'll go young John Travolta. And then Ed Peck is literally Kelsey Grammer. I say, you are from Germany. Fantastic. Have you listened to Wagner? Wait, that's not correct. Let me back that up. Wagner's about 50 years from now. Wait. Yeah.
I have no idea. I mean, and it's a weird, nonsensical cowboy Lovecraftian timeline.
Have you heard
whatever the heck we want there?
No, Wagner. No, my time period's rough. Wagner was brought back for the 40s, but he was long dead. Have you listened to Wagner? When I was back in New England, me and my brother Miles were enjoying
an opera that came through Boston at that time. It was quite lovely.
This sounds wonderful.
It was one. You have not lived until you've been in Boston and enjoyed a light salad, some scrambled eggs. It's lovely. I can still hear it calling.
I will have to visit.
Anyway, more beans.
Hmm.
And then you continue to doing that. Trenton, you are out there, and you're going to hear the sound of a gunshot echoing over the far hill as you are approaching. Just
No, man, you're going to have to pull it down. Harder. There, and aim straight. It's better. You almost got the bottle. The trick is to actually shoot the bottle, though. Come on, stop being a pissant. Sir, I'm trying my best, but it's just, it pulls to the right. It's because it's a gun. It pulls when you shoot it, son. It's got. Do you understand combustion, propulsion? So well, I know you can't spell them, but can you understand them? What? Guns pull when you shoot them, sir. That's right. Good. Try again. Oh, maybe you'll kill the bottle with fright. And that's when you're going to come over the hill and see that they've got a bunch of bottles lined up on a far fence. 3 bottles, all of which are just living with the just casual demeanors. These bottles are living their best lives right now. They're never going to get shot. These bullets are like. They're going wide and far. From where you're seeing them bounce into the ground, I'm not going to make you make a roll because you're a former gunfighter. This kid is pulling about, on a medium range shot, about 3 feet to the right. Like he's shooting, but he's bending his wrist wrong at the end, and it's just he hasn't learned the lock wrist barrel shoot. He's trying to do this thing where he pulls and points, but he's pointing too far down and to the right. So, what do you do?
I will come closer to them and what y'all doing?
This young whippersnapper here has decided that he needs restitution for a slight that was done to him. Yes, exactly. See, this my friend here, Bernard. We'll say Bernard. Yes, Bernard has quite an impediment of the speechographic rhythms, and because of that, he does draw a bit of ire from the Hicks in Sutter's Flats. That is. My mom always said I just kind of get caught up in my words, and they just kind of come out all at once, like a torrent of rain in the spring. I prefer that. Yes, of course, it means that it's prettier. Prettier doesn't mean it's good. Prettier isn't going to get you restitution. That gun is, and I believe you still have one more shot. Aim down the barrel and fucking kill that bottle, please. Anyway. A couple of Hicks made fun of him, so he's going to get restitution, as is his wont. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best. He fires again, and this bullet is going to go. He's going to overcorrect now that you're there, and it's going to hit the dust about 2 feet to the left of the bottle. This gun just ain't good. I don't know. I shouldn't. Can I get my money back from you from this? So, my friend, you bought that gun for self-defense fair and square, and it is actually a wonderful gun. In fact, Mr. Skinner, you're quite a gunman yourself, aren't you?
Trenton's gonna walk forward at this point and just reach over and take the gun from the kid.
Ow, my thumb. You kind of twist it. You kind of catch his thumb in a little bit of the trigger. as you pull it off, but you got it, no problem. He's not going to fight you. Barney's a 16-year-old kid in a 14-year-old kid's body. He kind of looks like he doesn't have an unattractive face. He's a bit shorter and younger than he actually looks, and he's got this look on his face like he's hiding a frog in his mouth the whole time. Like,
I'm assuming this is a revolver.
it is a revolver. It is a standard issue Colt 6-shooter, and yes, that is a Tom Holland reference.
Is it one of the flip outs, or is it one of the pop the cartridge in?
It is a flip out.
Okay. I'll flip it out and throw all the empty shells onto the ground.
Okay, they're going to clatter to the ground.
You got 4 more, and hold the gun out for whoever has bullets to load it up.
Absolutely, sir. He has quite a few on that fancy belt I sold him. Yes, sir. And he'll go ahead and hand you 4 bullets.
Okay, I'll put 4 in, and then without putting a lot of thought into it, aim the gun at the barrels and try shooting all 4 of them.
Okay, you can go ahead and make me a shooting roll. And go ahead and just make me 1 roll for all of them.
Just 1? Okay.
Yeah.
There it is. Well, I rolled a 1 on the 4-sided dice. Oh wait, it shouldn't be a 4-sided. There should be a 6-sided.
It should be 6-sided.
Well, I rolled a 4 on the 6-sided, but I rolled an 11 on the 12-sided, so that would be an 11.
All right, so those 3 glass bottles never knew what hit them. They were living their best life, and now they're not at all. The glass explodes, raining down in a shower of glittering brown onto the ground. Well, darn, mister, you're a hell of a shot. Don't swear, child. It's fucking rude.
I will flip open the revolver again, throw the rest of the shells on the ground. It's like, you got 1 more?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I do. And he'll hand you a bullet.
Okay. I will slowly start loading the bullet, and I'll say, tell you what, I'll give, and I'll point my finger at Mr. Crumpet over there. Till the time I get the bullet in this thing to leave this kid, and then we're done here for the day.
Excuse me?
And he'll start putting the bullet in.
Go ahead, make me an intimidation roll.
I can do that. What the heck is my intimidation? Oh, there it is.
This is a very interesting joke you have here.
Well, I rolled a 1 on the 8, but the 6 rolled a 6, which rolled into another 6, which then became a 5.
Okay, so I'm not even going to roll his spirit against that. This is a funny... look at this. Wonderful. It's good having a chum like you. Funny joke. Oh, look, a cow! And he'll point over in the distance and just take off running.
And I will hand the gun back to the kid and go over and... is there another bottle somewhere, I'm hoping?
Yeah, there's a bottle that fell on the ground.
Okay, I'll pick it up and I'll set it up on the fence. And then I'll go back to the kid and go, tell you what, 1 shot. You hit that bottle and I'll help you deal with your problem. You miss that, then we're done here. No more problem. I don't want to hear any more of you trying to start fights. And you can keep the gun. I'll go and finish all the payments and everything for it. That gun shoots fine.
Okay, sir. I'll just okay, so what did he say? He said, put it on your hip, and then it was draw and fire. Okay. You got this, Barney. He's gonna draw, and he's gonna take a He's gonna take a shot. That's gonna be, he does not have any shooting. So, I guess he does have a D6. I'm gonna say he doesn't, though. I'm gonna say he doesn't. I'm gonna say he has his D4. Okay. And I'm gonna spend my Benny that I just got bought by Frog. And, whoosh, he's going to aim it and just barely wing the side of its neck, and it's gonna explode, leaving just the last bottom inch there on the, on the fence there where you set it up. I got it! Oh, you see that, mister?
Good job, son. Guess what? You just got yourself a gun. And one that you can shoot real good with. And now I'm gonna go take care of your problem. Point him out to me.
Oh, mister, I don't want to drag you into any problems of mine.
No problem. No problem at all.
Well, there's this big fella who hangs out near the general store, a guy named Jethro. He's a cowfolk over for the Bayou Vermilion. Oh, he's not a kind man. And
sounds like the type of person you shouldn't be making a fuss with, then.
I just don't want to see anybody else. I can take it, but he likes to pick on folk that are smaller than him, and I know I'm a lot smaller than him. He's a big fella. He's bigger than you, bigger than just about anybody here except for Homer. But I don't know. I don't like seeing people get picked on. I figure if I got this gun, I got the power to stop that. And if I got the power to stop it, it's kind of my duty.
Well, it's okay. I've taken care of bigger and more difficult problems than this, so leave it to me. You got yourself a gun. You keep practicing.
Okay. I'll do that. Thank you, mister. Sorry we didn't meet proper before. I'm Barney O'Toole.
Mr. O'Toole, it's a pleasure. Call me Trenton.
Well, that don't seem right if I'm calling you Trenton and you're calling me Barney.
Well, you're the one holding the gun, so...
Oh, sorry. And he's going to holster it as quick as he can. It's going to kind of like, he's going to holster it backwards, so it's kind of like hanging partially out of the holster. Oh, he's going to smack it until it hits, goes, and like it slots in.
It's okay, there's no bullets in it. And then Trenton will hold his hand out to shake his hand.
And he'll shake your hand. And yeah, you've got a teenage sidekick now, Mr. Stark.
Oh, great.
You know what? I'm gonna change it. Should I make his name alliteration? Should it not be O'Toole? Should it be Barney?
You named him yeah, but now he's a teenager with the initials BO, so let's leave him with that.
We'll leave it with that.
Isn't Barney Benson?
I shouldn't call him Barney Bucks.
Barney Benson.
Something. I think Barney Benson is from something.
Probably. Barney Barker.
Barker's cute.
Barker, I need those pictures of Tarantula Man.
Tarantula Man.
Are you serious?
Are you serious? I need those sketches.
I really, oh god, that is one of my dreams, is to run a superhero game for a charity and to just to turn into JJ for the.
I need pictures of Spider-Man.
I'd do that. You guys, when Extra Life comes up, I will
remind you.
I will do it. I'll do the broader mustache though, because there's a rule on the internet that means no toothbrush mustaches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone go write this down in the Dork Tales Wikipedia.
Yep.
Immediately.
Do it. Pictures of Spider-Man the game. It's basically just Pokemon Snap, but a role-playing game.
I was gonna.
Yeah.
Why doesn't that game exist? Like, you have to get photos of superheroes?
Let's stop talking about this because we could make this.
Yeah.
Millie, let's talk after game. You're a programmer. We could use off-brand, like the bulk.
Hang on, I'm booting up Unity right now, and we'll
patent pending. Patent pending.
Thank you, Mr. McElroy.
The sensational bulk, tarantula dude, tungsten gentleman. Yeah, we got this. We got this.
United Statesman.
United Statesman. Yeah, United Statesman. He's not. You know what? The worst name would be Minuteman.
Yep.
That's for later, though. All right. So with that, you have a sidekick now, and you're gonna head back and have a good day. Y'all are gonna have a really good day. You have no problem delivering the calves. It's a simple birth. And
I definitely use as many innuendos as possible to make.
Do you want to flirt with him?
in a way of like actively trying to kind of tease him, but in a like.
If it goes somewhere, that's great.
Well, maybe, but more just to be teasing
because
I
persuasion roll.
Don't waste that mint. That stuff doesn't grow on trees.
No, it grows on bushes. Persuasion.
I believe it's persuasion.
Oh, I'm not good at that. I've got a good spirit.
I'll give you a +1 if you use the mint.
I'll use the mint. Okay, a D6 and a D4 then.
You're covered in calf blood and like.
That's a 4. And a 2, that's a 6, +1 is a 7. Almost.
And did you roll your D6 as well?
Yeah, I rolled a 5 on my D6.
So 7. So you're gonna get some good little innuendos, like, like I mean,
something that he might not get, maybe, and she's like, oh well.
Wow, these cattle really.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, this is the biggest. Can you help me? Do you need help with the placenta comes out? You're like, do you need help holding your sack? Type of things.
Oh, it's so bad.
Like, is this the kind of jokes you're talking about?
No. I feel like she's more clever than that. Like, he'll say things like "your hands are all mine," or like "my hands are yours." Anything like that she can kind of like pick up on and twist, and kind of that. Oh, really?
Man,
one of those husbandry. You know a lot about it, do you?
Yeah. Oh, you're familiar with husbandry, huh?
Oh.
Yeah. What aspects?
Do you know any wifery? Yeah.
Exactly.
Would you like to know some wifery? You could grab one of his hands and be like, "Oh, sorry, I thought that was mine."
Yes. Yeah. Little.
Those things.
Just to be.
So okay, yeah. So you're +1. You're gonna have a +1 with him going forward. I'm gonna say.
Huzzah!
Where is he? Likes Ida. He's also one of the ones that smells good around here. Just gonna put that out there.
Huzzah!
Oh.
All right, so that is a rarity around these here parts. So wait, I just spent that Benny. I just gave myself a Benny for nothing. Benny for nothing in your.
Oh, I also need to give those things to Ortega.
What things?
Or the spices that I got.
So you'll have a pretty good time with the spices, giving all those out, and the rest of your day goes really well. At the end of the day, you're going to be getting ready to clean up to go to the chuck wagon, and grab some food. Now the sun's gone down in the distance, and the night is hanging over the round. The crew gathers up around the chuck wagon outside Sutter's house, and as they do, a small group of riders approaches. There's 6 surly-looking gunmen, following a better-dressed man sporting a pair of shiny Colt revolvers. Off to one side is a 7th man, a hard-looking Indian man dressed in a threadbare army jacket. It's decorated with a smattering of bangles and fetishes. Looks like you can't recognize what tribe or band this would be. But if you want to make a notice roll, I can give you some more details. Sure. If you want to, make a notice of -2.
No. Okay. I rolled 2 dice. They both put the -2 were 0.
Oh. I managed to get 1 with this.
My 4 just exploded and then became another 4 with a 2, so -2. I'm at 8.
Nice. You're gonna notice that this native man is really hard looking. He's kind of like, his eyes are like stony. Like, looking into them, there is no compassion or mercy in this man. And as you glance at him, you're gonna see that his army jacket has several bullet holes in it at vital areas. This is foreshadowing for later. Foreshadowing alarm. Foreshadowing alarm. The well-dressed gunman calls out, "Mr. Sutter! A word if you don't mind." And Bill steps away from the chuck wagon with you. picks up a shotgun and holds it in the general direction of the new arrivals. The spokesman trots his horse a little forward and says, "Good day to you. Well, good evening, I suppose. Mr. Sutter, my name is Bartholomew Phelps. I'm here as a representative of the Bayou Vermilion Railroad. I'm authorized to purchase your cattle at the agreed-upon price of $5 per head." Sutter's face, you can see it from the side, just screws up like he just sucked on a lemon at that. "Like I told them other fellows on your railroad, you can pound sand. That ain't half what they're worth on the open market." "Ah, well, this isn't an open market. I understand. No one here hereabouts will purchase cattle with your brand, and I'm afraid my employer's stock cars are booked up for the foreseeable future. I recommend you take that offer before prices drop further." "Prices ain't the only thing about to drop around here if you and your lot don't get out of here pronto." And he cocks his shotgun. The ranch hands are kind of all like staring at this at the moment. And it's at this point...
My hand's on my pistol, like, waiting.
I would like anybody that has a gun here, go ahead and give me an intimidate roll or just a spirit roll in general to see like how much like oomph your presence kind of holds up.
Technically rolling this. Oh, I have a 5.
I would like to use my last Benny.
Do it.
I don't have a gun. Should I?
You can still. You got a cold look to you.
Okay.
A 7.
7? Oh, God.
If I draw my rifle, do I get a +1 to make it 8?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay, she'll pull it off of her shoulder and have it pointing down, but like she knows what it's those people that like they know what they're doing because they're just so relaxed with it.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 6.
Got a 6. All right, so all you got at least one success. I'm gonna say that. I rolled a 6 for James, who isn't here. So you all kind of gather up together, and the man at the front of the line is gonna look around. Well, you change your mind. Do you know where to reach us? And he turns around. You definitely are going to get the sense that as you kind of all hang out, things might have been different if those 7 riders hadn't been met by about 20 of you right now. Those odds just probably were on the bad side of them, even though most of the ranch hands there are pretty non-combatant.
Having just those couple of people tips it over the edge.
Yeah, right. Like you think that if it was like 10 against 7, they probably would have tried something. But the man at the front tips his hat, turns his horse, and leads his gang out. But as he does, each one of them is going to peel away, except for that native man who stares daggers and blood at Bill Sutter. And there is an obvious hatred. Like this is not a I don't like this situation. This is not an I don't like who you like represent. This is he knows Bill and he hates him. You don't even need to roll for that. And then finally, he'll turn at the last possible second and ride off with the rest into the night. Well, I guess they ain't staying for supper, Bill says and shoulders his shotgun.
I'd put hers back too and give him a bit of a nod and kind of a knuckle to the shoulder.
Piss ants.
They work for the railroad?
Yeah. Most of them. Didn't expect to see that one there, though.
Why?
Oh. That's Tosare. He's an old Comanche rider from hereabouts. Me and him got a little history. I was back in the posse that ran him to the ground back in 73. Vermilion probably hired him, no doubt, because he knows the area and ain't likely to balk at the business end of any gun pointed at the locals, especially me.
Can I get... So what he said there...
They killed him.
Yeah, you're pretty sure they killed... Like, Bill's saying he killed that man back in the day.
Mm.
So that wasn't a jacket he took off of someone he done killed.
Well, if it was, I'm the one that tailored it.
Interesting.
You go get some food. I got something I gotta think about.
And with that, Bill's gonna leave you to sit and think. And,
Turn to Frida. What you know about something like that?
Certainly.
Bringing things
Not
back to life.
the specifics? Because the concept is what we were interested in.
She's gonna wait till they're a little bit a ways from Catlett, and just turn and go, I'm worried Catlett might know something about that to myself. So
Oh?
he's throwing around some something.
Something.
You're a woman of science, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on...
An engineer is the word I have discovered.
Absolutely. Do you believe in... Well, I suppose... I guess in this world people believe in magic, yeah?
You believe in something. It's weird out
Okay.
here.
All right. Well, have you experienced much in the way of magic?
I suppose.
Well, what he's throwing around feels dark, and I have a history with some of that, and I'm not sure I trust him quite yet. Perhaps don't share your knowledge quite yet with him. We should get dinner.
Is he supernatural? I would say I have little experience with the natural.
Well, I can tell that you thought those spiders were 8-legged cows.
They were strange.
They were
Cows
strange.
have... Can I ask you a question? Does the cows have only 2 eyes?
Most do, yes.
Oh, most. Jeez, really.
I mean, one might lose one, I suppose, but they're 2 eyes.
Oh,
Why do you ask?
they just seem strange to me.
How many eyes do cows have in Germany?
6?
That doesn't sound right.
That sounds like a great joke. Frida's funnier than you thought she was.
Oh, all right. Interesting. I was unaware that they had different physiology.
Perhaps this was a different strain?
Strain of cow. Yep.
Yup.
The evolutionary shuffle cards.
Oh, perhaps. I was under the impression cows around the world.
They had very few of them.
Few
Who's he calling?
6-eyed cows or few cows in general?
It's both?
All right. But other than that, they look the same?
Oh, very much so. They still have 4 stomachs. That was the weirdest part, right?
Yeah, I mean, that is a weird part of cows. You're right. Is that how many stomachs cows have?
Cows have 4 chambered stomachs.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. I was trying to remember. I was like, part of me was like, no, they've got like 7. Part of me was like, no, that's not
I'm
right.
slipping in a real weird fact about cows to make it seem less weird that they might
Love
have 6 eyes.
No, you're absolutely correct.
Nice.
Well, all right. Perhaps we should go get dinner then. You have, and like start walking out, but like you have spiders, right? Like you should know what it's.
And that's gonna be the fade out there.
Exactly.
You all
Just
go
like
and
just doing a big old shrug.
you're all sitting around a fire out there outside and under the broad Texas skyline. The blue is starting to fade into black overhead, and the stars are coming out in a twinkly fashion, as you can see. And after you're all gathered to dinner and just finishing up before it's time to do any last minute, talking, gambling, playing cards, relaxing, drinking, that little hour of free time after dinner before it's just time to go to bed because shit, you got to do this again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sutter is going to come out to the group, and Bill takes a look at all of you. It's been about an hour and a half since that encounter. And there, as the fire crackles around you... Everybody. I apologize. I didn't say nothing before about Bayou Vermilion. They sent an agent out with an offer a couple days ago to buy the whole herd at $5 a head. As you know, we can get a lot more from anyone trying to ship the beeves up to the maze. So I said no, that I was going to drive them north to the big stockyards. And they implied we'd never make it. Well, I much like being threatened. I don't take kindly to intimidation. We can handle what they got now. But if they send for reinforcements, we're going to be in trouble. Especially if some of the rumors I heard about them are true. So, I made my mind up. I'm gathering the herd up and heading north in 3 days. There will likely be trouble. If that's more than anyone signed up for. Now's the time to cut out. You take your meal. Take a bottle of whiskey on me. You figure it out. You in? Or you out? And as he lets that proclamation rise into the air with the sparks from the fire, I think that's probably a good place to call a game so we don't leave James too far in the dust.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's fun.
Woo!
Oh, perfect.
I think that was pretty fun.
Oh, so good.
We're almost at chapter 2, guys. Yay!
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah, and we got Tom. We got Tom Holland in this game, so that was pretty good. So, folks, thank you so much for playing. Do you guys have a good time today?
Yeah.
Heck yes.
Yes, I did.
Nice. Oh, so folks, we're going to be back next week to finish this chapter next Sunday at 2 p.m. So be sure to be there. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll be up probably about 48 hours afterwards or so. And if you're watching on YouTube for the previous episode, hi, how's it going? So if you like what we do here, I just wanted to say thank you to all the players for being here. Be sure to follow them. You can find Millie at Bunnyhearted at twitch.tv/Bunnyhearted. You can find Christa at ShahistaFX and also several podcasts. What's your favorite podcast that you're in right now?
I'm not at any right now.
Oh, you're not at any right now.
Anything
Damn.
that I'm in has been in hiatus.
We'll have to figure something out about that.
Yeah.
And then you can find Michael at Sylvester Slays here on Twitch, as well as you can always feel his presence around us here. You can also hear some more about him because this Monday we're recording the Patreon podcast. So if you are on the Patreon at patreon.com/dorktales, supporting the channel and helping this channel grow and survive, because this is my full-time job, guys, please help. Then you could hear some special announcements from him, because we're going to talk about a special project he's been working on Monday. That'll be up before the next week or so on Patreon, and I am going to be opening that up this week to anyone who donates $5 or more to be on a VIP. We're going to lower it to $5 because I want everybody to hear the podcast. I don't want it to be just for certain people.
Is that what it is normally to get the podcast?
It's normally $10. I'm dropping it to $5. I think I'll drop it tonight, actually, as soon as I get off game. So if you can, even a couple bucks a month can get you access. $5 a month isn't that much. It's a cup of coffee that I could drink, which is nice. You can buy me a drink once a month. And
not to drop spoilers or anything, but there's some pretty awesome announcements coming up. So
there really
saying.
are. 2022 is going to be a very, very busy year, and if you are on the Patreon, you can help support those dreams for happening, not from happening.
I mean, really, if you're like, don't fucking do this and pay a lot of money,
I won't.
Sure,
I won't.
We won't
do it.
Me
to take a day off. I'll do it.
I'm deleting the files. I'm deleting the files.
Yeah, give me $1,000. I'll not run a game for $1,000.
There you go.
So, really quick shout out to some of our Patreons, our divine Patreons who paid enough to have gods enter our homebrew D&D world. Are Jade, DM, Michael Gray, and Schulten. Thank you so much for that. Our demonic producer is Nacro, the Straw Hat Devil, and then we have two princes of the Patreon, Taryn and Buddy. Thank you so much for supporting. You are the heroes of the Patreon. But everybody else is also a hero. So you're among I guess you're not equals because some of you pay more. But you're definitely among friends. So thank you so much. And with that, we're gonna be back. So there's no other game tonight. One of our players is ill. Due with a impacted wisdom tooth, so we are waiting until she gets her wisdom tooth surgery to finish the Reign of Emery's campaign, and also we'll be postponing Shards of Nirn until after her surgery. So that will be posted shortly with like the full new schedule. But you can see us back here on
next Sunday, right? Aren't we?
Next Sunday, yeah. Deadlands is the next game because Wild Beyond the Witchlight is also, we're missing a week because Hayden has moved back to the US or is in the process of doing that. So it's going to be very exciting, but we got a bunch of cool stuff that's going to be coming out, and I have some fun stuff for you shortly. So that's going to be it from us tonight here on Dork Tales at Deadlands, and we love you very much. Time to be hitting that old dusty trail, y'all. Hootenanny.
Nanny.
Naughty.
Good night, everybody.
Can't wait to put on glasses that actually have glass in them so I can see something.
All right, that's gonna be it. Good night, everybody.
Good night.